It's the Bob and Tom Show.
This is a song I wrote for a special person.
All right.
Each time I need a trusted friend, you're there. With tears to dry and a heart to mend, you're there. And when I'm down in misery and the whole world turns its back on me and I need some love and sympathy, you're there. Nice, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
And when I'm weary and tired of trying, honey, you're there. And anytime I need a shoulder to cry on, you're there. And sometimes when I come home with a heavy heart and weary bones and I need a little time alone, you're there. I want to turn the stereo on, but you're there. I gotta get in to use the John, but you're there. And when I wake up lovingly and turn on my pillow, hoping to see Kim Bassinger smiling back at me, you're there. Oh, this is more of a good thing than I ever planned. How much damn togetherness can a one-man stand? Oh. Don't get me laughing here.
All right, sorry.
I want to flop down in my favorite chair, but you're there. I can't see in the mirror to comb my hair, 'cause you're there. And when I want a little snack at night, I sneak down to the fridge to get a little bite. I see a big fat ass blocking out the light, 'cause you're there.
Ace didn't scream, "Here we go." I was lost. I didn't know we were going on. Are we going on? Are we
Here
on?
we go.
Here we go.
There we go. Feels good.
Hi there.
It's time.
We're back. That's right. Soldiering on. It's the Bob and Tom Show, May 7th, 2020 in the studio.
The quarantine days continue.
At least 6 feet apart. There's Tom.
Or 1 fathom deep. We're going to get into that again.
Hello, Christy.
Hi, chick.
More than 2 fathoms deep, Christy Lee.
Shut up. Hello, Josh.
Hey, Chicky.
Hello, Ace.
Chick.
Well, this can't continue. This is man. I hope you got the VIP camera watching on YouTube.
Why do we have 2 Pat Godwins on
There's
camera?
no need for 2.
I've got 3.
That's at least one more.
Poor
Yes,
Ace.
yes.
Poor Ace.
Ace has one on his computer, laptop.
Now, for some reason, there are 2 monitors in here. Pat's in a different part of the building. The beauty of this is the monitor on the left, you look healthy. The one on the right, you look like you're being prepared to be buried.
Lighting,
little
man.
severe.
Could we adjust the tint, whatever it is on
Right,
that?
yeah.
Remember those days?
Adjust the what?
You could
Yeah.
walk
The
up and
tint.
take the dial and
Whoa,
move the tint. And
Did
the
you say tint?
tint.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The TINT, remember? What was the other one? There was tint and there was
Contrast.
Contrast.
Darkness.
Color.
Starkness, yeah.
Ace threw in darkness.
It's sharpness.
Oh, sharpness. I'm sorry.
Okay, wow.
Well, he meant to say darkness. I'm
Okay,
sure.
of course you did. Yeah.
Level of dark. Of
course.
I had Starkness, of course, which was more content related. You can, if you were watching a comedy, you could turn up the Starkness and
A true.
Now, what's the Dick
movie
Cavett story I was
file.
trying to think of the other day? So Dick Cavett's on Johnny Carson. Is that the
yeah,
story?
they're at the end of the show and they've got a few seconds left.
You know how Johnny wraps up the show? Hey, what are you up to? Join us next week. And
Yeah, and he's going down the couch and he's saying, "Hey, what do you have?" And finally, Cavett is at the end and he goes, "So Dick, what are you working on these days?" And Dick says, "Well, I'm currently working on a comedic version of Gilligan's Island." And apparently, Johnny fell out of his chair.
Yeah.
That's a rock solid joke.
Why wouldn't you fall out of your chair?
Oh, okay. Coming up, we did some digging
And?
found one of the great moments ever from this show. It's compact. It's fewer than 90 seconds in length.
Okay.
And it is it's just rock solid. We're going to get to it in just a few minutes. I'm so excited about this.
All right.
We've been asking for requests or whatever. We'd like to know where you are and what you're doing. And just want to hear from you during these quarantine days worldwide. I heard yesterday from Europe, South Africa, lots of spots. We've heard from Antarctica.
Yeah,
love to hear from you. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com.
You never hear from Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah,
you never hear from Uncle Arctic, do you?
No, you don't.
Just
It's
the
all Antarctic.
Yeah. God.
Wow, is that a preview of today's comedy?
That's right, buddy.
I have my keys. I can
Uncle
leave.
Aunt and Uncle Arctica.
Buckle up.
Jeez, I may barf.
You guarantee that you're going to, Christy, you didn't hear this. He guaranteed he's going to play something, and we're all going to howl.
Yeah.
Howl is
90
what he
seconds
said.
worth.
And if they don't, I promise there would be a moment of
a favor of
interracial.
He was going to do something to Ace, and we were all alarmed that he had it right there in the chamber, ready to go.
Okay, you want to get right to it?
Yes.
Okay, let's just do a few introductions. Ace Cosby, of course, is our engineer.
I think we did
And
that.
when that track phone hotline rings, Ace will be answering it. Thank you, track phone. A couple of other things. And this people are sending me notes going, is there really something called Crazy Cock Wine, or is this one of your goofy? No,
it's real.
sir.
CrazyCockWine.com.
Well, you know what?
Ask your liquor store to start carrying it.
Find out for yourself. Go to
Some in my fridge.
crazycockwine.com and see for yourself.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And I've got some cans in back of me. Do you like it in the can, Christy?
I like the crazy cock in the can, yes.
Sure, yeah.
Boy, with a little editing.
Someone isolate that.
Dean, you're my friend, remember?
Yeah, okay, sorry. I would never do that. It would be actionable. By the way,
I recommend the dry white wine.
I don't know if you guys got the memo yesterday.
Well, it goes in easier.
Have you?
The darker wine. Oh, boy. You got to relax. You got to relax.
Did you guys get the memo yesterday? The sidekick chair. Occupied by Josh Arnold.
I was so excited.
Starting next week, we'll actually have a sponsor.
That's right.
Oh,
I love it.
that's great.
That's one of my favorite sponsors.
I'm so excited. We'll get to that coming up. I will point out that we are social distancing, which is a phrase I can't stand.
I've told people
there's
who,
nothing very social about it.
People ask
It
me
should be
about,
called anti-social distancing.
They ask me about the show. They go, "Hey, how's the show going?" I go, "Well, we all made fun of Tom when he wanted to have a big studio." And why do we need a studio that big? And boy, you're you're a genius. You're a visionary.
No. Please
Dumb
don't.
luck, and I know that you Philistines probably roll around in bacteria, germs, and spirochetes all day long. I like to bathe
In our little
occasionally.
toy lives
Yes,
with our
I
little
spent all
toy
damn day cleaning and doing laundry yesterday.
toy
Thanks.
houses.
I have had my giant. This is only one of two. I've had these sanitizer things, as you guys know, for years in the room.
This is
And then, do we have right there, Josh? That is for Christmas one year. I gave all you guys hand sanitizer in bottles with my photograph on it.
That's
Right.
right. Yeah.
Tom is holding a hand sanitizer jug that is the same size as a 2 liter of soda pop.
Yeah.
A 2 liter.
But anyway, we are socially distanced, if people are wondering. So, yes, we are. And then Christy's, of course, over there in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Mr. Godwin, elsewhere in the building, and we have this weird 2-camera thing going now.
Why do we have two?
Yeah, let's stop that.
No, there's a reason for this.
Oh.
Okay, can you explain that?
No. It involves electricity, and I'm really not allowed to talk about it.
Okay.
Dean and John have been
Is Tesla at the bottom of it somewhere?
with Eddie. We have 2 great stories about Elon Musk coming up today. But
He's
right
crazy.
now, as promised,
This is it. We're going to howl.
it took us a while to figure out what this was about. This guy, his name is Richard. And he wrote yesterday going, "Can you please play the segment with a guest, I'm forgetting his name, talking about his friend," and then he kind of goes on talking about this guy drinking too much. And he says it was one of the most bizarre endings to your show that I can remember. And then I realized what this was, and we dug around and found it. What's happening here is this is at the end of the show.
Okay.
A couple of years ago, and the great comedian Kevin Meaney was in here. And Kevin was telling various stories about his life. And he starts to tell this story, but the key to this is, remember, we are running out of time. And we have to bail because there's some computer switch that everyone's always jumping up and down and making me stop talking.
I am going to howl. I remember this now.
Now, I will warn you, this is a little dark. as they say.
Kevin could get a little dark.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes the truth is a little bit dark.
Right.
Let's face it. But again, remember, the key to this is it's not very long, and we are running out of time.
Right.
So we really can't expand on this story.
But that only adds to the humor, actually.
Yeah, this is a great moment from the show, and here we go. Now, I'm not trying to overstate this, but you mentioned that you enjoy a cocktail now and then.
Yes.
Who doesn't?
Did you hear about the guy that did 56 shots?
Oh, that's a little bit too much.
Well, he's dead now, right?
That's 56 ounces of alcohol.
Did he die?
Yeah.
Well,
Of course he had to die.
Had to.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lawsuit now.
When I was a kid, probably about 15 or 16, one of our friends, Danny, I won't say his last name, he took a bottle of vodka and drank the whole thing down in front of us. Just like, watch this, guys, and just downed it, and then he passed out.
Yikes.
And then we put him in the car, and we drove him to his house and threw him on his front, knocked on the door and threw him on the front lawn. And his mother comes out, "What did you do to our kid? He didn't do anything. He's crazy." And
how's he doing these days?
he's dead.
Time now for things you learned. Today's Bob and Tom Show.
It's like a chick story.
Did he die that night?
No, he did not die that night. No, he hung himself a few years later. Oh my God! I'm sorry, everybody. I feel terrible now. What a
Man,
what horrible! You brought me down memory lane.
Oh,
but
God.
what did we learn? Never ask questions in a situation like that.
And that's when you hear that music going, you realize we have to get going.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, there's some computer thing. If we're not off the air by this time, something goes wrong in London, England, or
It
something.
kicks us off.
Meridian time gets.
I like that saber dance too. That.
And then, as I recall, we came back after that, and
there was a lot more stuff.
he
off the air.
expanded a little bit on the story, and
Gotcha.
Yeah, and he did mean to say hanged, not hung, but
Oh, boy.
Pictures are hung.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
We get the message. Kevin Meaney, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh.
Gone way
him.
too soon.
Yeah,
Way
Absolutely.
too soon.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, thank you for that great request, Richard. So we're digging around trying to find some of this stuff. And
Where'd he go, Dick Boy?
that
You
was,
think they call him Dick Boy?
Dick Boy. Hey ho, Dick Boy.
the guy does us a favor.
What up,
reminds us
Dick
of-
Boy?
Reminds us of a great moment of the show, and you call him Dick Boy.
Affectionately, I think. Chick is being playful.
That's what guys do.
Yeah, the least popular character in the Marvel universe.
Dick Boy.
Well, maybe he was least popular except for
Well, wait a minute. I'll step up here. I bet he was very popular.
Someday he'll be.
with one of the guys.
Well, he grew up to be Iron Dick.
Oh, yeah.
Well, someday he will be a Dick Man.
Yes.
Right now, he's a Dick Boy.
Okay, let's see now. We have some interesting stuff coming up, including Elon Musk in the news and for a couple different things. The usual array of animals. And I want to revisit a great story from yesterday. For those of you that enjoy some coffee in the morning like me.
Sure, yeah.
There's a new coffee maker out there. It's a little bit expensive.
Oh, yeah, the Porsche.
Showy.
Runs about $11K.
$11,000 for a coffee maker.
But it's not just any coffee maker.
Oh, it's pretty
I think
spectacular.
show-offy, is that a word?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And we're making it up, but
and
it's
if
good.
you had one of these in your house, you'd want to have a great security system because it does cost $11,000.
And a camera dedicated to make sure it's always on the counter. That'd be Simply Safe. That's right. The do-it-yourself home security system with magnets and wireless technology. You do it yourself. And not only that, but it's so easy to put it in yourself. No technician calls. No weird guy wandering through your house looking at your, touching your stuff. You don't need to
Can I
pay
breathe on your countertops?
any outrageous monthly fees or sign a 2-year contract. The entire shoot match winds up on your wherever you get your packages in a big box, and you unpack her and put the base unit up and the keypad 1, 2, 3, 4. About 20 minutes later, the entire system is set up at just 50 cents a day.
And you're looking at your phone going, look,
24/7.
there's my driveway.
Emergency dispatch for break-ins, fire, and more. And we're not only fans of Simply Safe. U.S. News and World Report say Simply Safe is the best overall home security of 2020. That's right. And I've got it. I've got a little... went a little extra, whole hog, you know me.
Oh, yes.
I got the app for the smartphone. I check in with my cameras.
And we all know you've got Cutco scissor money.
That's
so
right.
You got the 7 cameras.
7 cameras shooting right now. Get a load of this. We got a deal for you. Go to simplysafetom.com. show your love for the show, and our listeners get free shipping and 60-day risk-free trial. How much is that shipping, Josh?
It's free.
That's simplysafetom.com. Make sure they know our show sent you from Simply Safe, and all of us here, by the way, wishing you safety and good health.
Coming up, we've got some title suggestion for Josh's erotic short story.
Oh, wow.
We got on this topic yesterday. Josh, at one point in his life, wrote a sexy story for a lady friend.
Yeah.
And
But
read
didn't
it
have a
to
title for it. We have some suggestions, which we'll get to when we come back. Also, we'll find out about an $11,000 coffee maker and a pretty cool apartment that's available. And what are people betting on now that betting is legal in Colorado?
And word has come down from the mountain in the NFL. The schedule's released this evening, and we'll see how they're going to open back up. Word from the NBA. Of course, what we've been waiting on, the announcement from the Chinese Professional Baseball League. Brett Favre's in a little bit of hot water, and we've got some word on the Preakness, too.
Oh, good. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Mark Allison here with you on a Thursday. Hope you're having a great day already this morning. Got a great show for you on Bob and Tom 24/7. Our West Coast Mountain correspondent Al Jackson's going to be checking in from Denver, Colorado. When Al's not on with us, having a quiz for Tom, you can catch him on his syndicated television show, Daily Blast Live. But don't do that today because Al's going to be on with us. So author Alan Zweibel coming up as well right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The coronavirus pandemic has caused lots of us to do things past generations used to do regularly, like spend time with the family more, eat at home. And the folks who set up the Tribeca Film Festival are looking to add another old-school activity, going to the drive-in theater. Tribeca Enterprises is hooking up with IMAX and AT&T to have movies shown at existing drive-in theaters or at what it calls other exclusive venues. The first of that event is set for June 25th. Tribeca says it won't be just movies. It says that summer programming will include music and sporting events. Lady Gaga's Chromatica album will now come out on May 29th. It had been delayed from its original release date of April 10th because of the coronavirus outbreak. The album will include collaborations with Elton John, Ariana Grande, and the K-pop group Blackpink. Fans will not only be able to get it in the usual formats, but also in vinyl. And guitarist Steve Hackett writing a book explaining just why he left Genesis and his hesitation to join the band to begin with. Hackett's autobiography, A Genesis in My Bed, comes out in July. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Have you noticed you can't get hand soap?
Yeah, it's hard.
Right.
It's really hard to get it. The only thing they have available is like really high-end hand soap.
Yes.
And it's, for lack of a better word, the flavors that didn't work out.
Yeah,
You know, it's like,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's like, oh, lavender and mackerel.
Bob and Tom mornings and highlights replayed all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Mama made us listen to Pink Floyd and Floyd Kramer. We had 3 square meals of mushrooms and cornbread. Mama's kitchen smelled a lot like incense and cathead biscuits. We'd watch Porter and Dolly and then throw on the Grateful Dead. Born and raised on acid country, eating turnip greens and a handful of Nebutol. Yeah, Daddy couldn't take it, he had to go. You can't play Hendrix on a banjo. Mama walked the floor and laid another brick in the wall. Our heroes were Roy Acuff and Abby Hoffman. We grew up outside of Woodstock, Tennessee, listening to Farron Young and a side of Inagata DeVita. Mama made a well-rounded outcast out of me. Born and raised on acid country. Eating cold ham hocks and a handful of Placidil. Yeah, Daddy couldn't take it. He had to go playing Alice Cooper on a dobro, wearing leather hip huggers, working in the cotton mill. Everybody, and if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. And son, you're walking on the fighting side of me. Yeah, excuse me while I kiss the sky. I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die, and Chet Atkins playing the guitar on the MTV. Born and raised on acid country, making smoke on water sound a lot like Uncle Pen. That's a bluegrass song. Yeah, and Daddy couldn't take it. He had to go. You can't mix Deep Purple and Bill Monroe. Roll, 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 hit it. And sunshine of your love while yodeling. Oh, oh, yodel lady, lady, lady.
Hi, this is Ross Bennett, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. I can't sleep. I have to say this all night long.
Here's one of the fattest things I've ever done.
I ate a pie in a car.
By myself.
21 minutes after 6 o'clock at Q95.
All right, stop
It's
puking. Let's get a quick forecast from Christy Lee.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine today, look for a high of 69. Rain tonight down to 48. Friday.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Change
Morning
it to 70. I
showers.
can't
Put
take
it up
this
on
all
the
morning.
glass. Put it on the glass.
Big change coming on Friday with morning showers, windy, partly cloudy in the afternoon, a high of only 51.
Well, that's not acceptable. What the hell's-
43, a beautiful morning.
Tomorrow's going to be awful.
Ugh.
Saturday morning, going to be really
Hello. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show, bringing you positive vibrations. Positive vibrations, yeah.
She's giving me positive vibrations.
Yeah. This is the Bob and Tom Show. It is the 7th of May, 2020. The quarantine continues.
The core.
We're happy to be here. Got some great requests coming up. Thank you very much. Some really cool stuff in the news as well. The usual array of something weird. This animal stuff. Always these great animal stories. Another cow attacking cars. But I want to remind you, or tell you actually, that I was mentioning that I saw this eagle in my neighborhood.
Oh,
This
right.
beautiful
I haven't heard anything about it.
Very
Really?
cool.
Yeah.
Shut up. There are people that are actually interested in this. Anyway, one of my neighbors took some pictures of this eagle and the little eaglets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Can you give me one of the eaglets and I can have it? Name it Don Henley, like I've always wanted to name it.
Anyways, these pictures are amazing. So we put them up on the various Bob and Tom social media things. But
They
it
are
just
cool.
it's right now, I think we need a picture of a spectacular American eagle.
Chick, climb up there and try to take one of those eaglets. See what happens.
Maybe I will.
I tell you what, I was talking to another friend of mine who's an avid hunter, and he was telling me that he was doing some work on some high towers that they use for electronic wires and stuff. And he said that often this one particular spot, these eagles will build these nests there. And he said that they'll be up there and they'll be able to look in. And he said that they on occasion find things like dog collars.
Oh, I bet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Small dogs. But,
Well, yeah, I'm not a 70
Small
pound
book
gold.
bags.
yeah, I'm not trying to bring anybody down, but
Book
Yeah, I
bags,
thought
you ever
this was
find
the
any?
happy
Yeah.
show.
little Fifi and Pepe.
Every time I see
our
an
eagle food.
Every time I see an eagle, I laugh for two reasons. First of all, my favorite Muppet is Sam the Eagle.
Yes.
All you weirdos. I like Sam the
Wonderful,
Eagle.
yeah.
And eagles always look like they're just glaring at you.
Yeah, they
Like,
do.
What are you looking
Well,
at?
there's a couple shots that she got, Sheila, my neighbor, got of the eagle landing in the nest, and they're just spectacular.
Oh,
So if you get a chance, go to some of the Bob and Tom social media platforms. You can see these things. Thanks.
Oh, my
Sheila.
gosh. If you do anything today, you need to go look at those pictures of the eagle.
Oh,
What are you
yeah,
doing?
you got to.
Listen, turd breath.
Who are you talking to?
There's a reason I bring this
We're
up.
excited about it.
You
Yeah,
incredible
I turned the
jackass. No. I recognize damning with faint praise. I've been around you long enough to know how to do it.
Do you have a picture of the American bald eagle being attacked by a Chinese bat?
Whoa.
Hey, see, now this gets back to my original topic years ago. And I guess it's on, I just miss it, is animals fighting each other, and they have brackets, and they...
Right.
Who you got? Eagle, bat. Who you got?
I got the eagle.
Eagle in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
unless the bat's got some horrible disease.
What if the bat lures him into a dark cave? I mean, the eagle's lost then. Eagle eyes.
Yeah, I mean, when's the last time you weren't at a giant cave and an eagle flew by?
Yeah.
That's Tuesday. What day is that? That's Thursday.
Yeah.
The point is, if you have a chance to go look at that, if you're an American and want to see, be reminded of the importance of America. Never mind.
I can't hear you.
Talking
over
to a
the
bunch of
sound
socialist commies.
Of my freedom.
Okay, why don't you just move to China and just bathe in bat semen and give us all death
Josh
plagues.
was taking the other side of that. I'm with you, Josh.
So
I got it.
Why am I bringing this up, you ask?
Yes, why?
While you're at it, you might want to go to bobandtom.com/contest, look at the nice pictures of the Eagles, and enter our contest to win a pair of Raycon earbuds, the greatest earbuds out there. We've been telling you.
And you could listen to the Eagles then.
Yes, you could listen to
and
the
your
Eagles.
Raycons, yeah.
Okay, you could, or you could listen to Bob Seger. Happy birthday, Bob. Turned 75 yesterday. Or you could listen to perhaps a podcast with Frank Caliendo and friends. I don't know. The point is, I think we all right now, we opened the show with a song called You're There by Pat Daly. It was about how no matter where you turn, she's there. So you may want, this is all tying in. I mean, this is like the end of that movie Crash, where everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could step in here.
Just take a breath.
When this show started today, I walk in about 5 till. I don't know what I was doing.
Don't you ruin this joke.
I look at Tom and I mention the topic, and he goes, "Shut up! Don't say anything about it. Shut up!" And I go, after all this time, you're this psychotic about a line that's coming up in a show. You should be having fun at this
There is
point.
a story coming.
Do you ever have fun?
Yes, there's a story coming. This joke is so great, but yet so obvious. This is one of those jokes that if you gave, 20 monkeys a typewriter, they'd all come up with a joke in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Even chimpanzees.
Well, Jewish monkeys probably. They're the best writers.
They're the best writers. Really, now we're going to go with the racists. Okay, thank you. That helps. So I was trying to say, if you go to bobandtom.com/contest, you could find yourself winning some Raycon great E25 earbuds. And have we made the contest a little easier?
I believe so.
Yesterday,
yes.
you had to find some kind of keyword, and you had to go to Chris Spangle's house, who works for us. I don't even know,
Good luck with
I don't know
that.
where he lives. It's like his mother's
You go to the app,
maiden name.
You get the code, and then you take that code to the website, and
I know his mother's maiden name.
You know,
she was
Christy,
my best friend in 5th grade.
Yeah, Christy Spangle's mom used to hang in 5th grade.
Hell yes, she was.
How about that little teeny tiny
Hi,
world?
Judy.
Huh?
And she's a nurse. Yesterday was Nurse Appreciation Day, so.
Judy.
Can we do a show?
Oh, I'm sorry. What's this? Too much fun? Too entertaining? Are you going to do
I'm
your?
trying to get him to have fun.
No. Do your. What was that killer joke you opened with this morning?
What are you talking about?
Oh, that was you.
That was me. What did I say? I say so many brilliant things. It's hard to.
What are you going to start?
You said, is there an Uncle Arctica?
Oh, yeah, there
Yes,
you
you
go.
got your Aunt Arctica. Where's Uncle Arctica? Man, that's cold, man.
That is the opposite of wit.
I thought it was very sweet.
I like
Somebody-
I did too.
Oh, that Brill guy is going to text me and go, man, that's a great line.
Coming up, we will be reading some of your great email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. Just wanted to remind people, you can win those earbuds. They're really good, and it's fun. Now, where were we? Oh, we were going to get to sports, but I wanted to get a song out of Mr. Godwin first. Pat, can you give me a strum? I want to see how we're doing with the guitar today. And if you are watching, we are streaming the show on YouTube.
Man, oh, man.
So hello UK, hello South Africa today.
And we have 2 monitors up, and they're both showing Godwin, and it's like it's like talking to somebody with a lazy eye. I don't know which one to look at.
Yeah, why can't we turn one off?
It's
Look at me, boy.
One's 30 inches, one's 50 inches.
Remember the first time you went into a sports bar and went, well, this is nice. They've got this on 40 TV screens.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom, you know Tom hates the TVs in the bars because people watch the TV and don't listen to him as he makes his address for lunch. You know that, right?
You can't look at these Eagles photos on my phone
if you're watching sports. What are you doing? You're missing all this gold over here.
No, that's correct. I hate having televisions at restaurants. You're right.
It gets distracting.
No, you're trying to tell someone, well, I found out the meaning of life yesterday, and then their eyes drift up above your head so they can see some jackass on ESPN talking about something he knows nothing about.
Well, not only that, but he can't even hear what the guy's saying because the sound's off.
Yeah, so that's great. Yeah.
When did it go from reporting what's happening in the sports world to giving you my opinion of what I think about's happening?
Well, they don't have anything to report on, so that's what they have to do.
I dislike that.
Especially someone totally unqualified. Never played the game, don't know anything about it. I got tackled once in junior high school and quit.
Great
Now,
jugs, but
so anyway, we're looking at two different screens of Pat. And again, on the left, as you can see, Pat looks healthy and has a nice pink hue. And on the right, he looks like he's being prepared for burial.
I don't think it's that bad.
There's a pretty different. There's a big difference.
Yeah, that one looks a little gray.
I am here now, so everything is out of my control. So
okay, all right. Now there's this news story that I wanted to read because you've got a really good song.
No. You wanted him to do a song.
I know,
but I
it's
have to do
based on this important news stories from the New York Times.
Okay.
Homeschooling, the new parental chore brought about by coronavirus lockdowns, is being handled disproportionately by women, according to a new poll by the New York Times. Fathers don't necessarily agree. Nearly half of those with children under 12 report spending more time on it than their spouse, but just 3% of women say their spouse is doing more.
Now listen to this.
All right.
Yeah.
No, but the
This is the
disparity
age-old
there is so
argument.
interesting.
80% of the mothers say they spend more time homeschooling their children than the fathers.
80% of the fathers say they spend more time.
But only 3% of the women say that the spouse is doing more.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
Well, of course.
What do you mean, of course?
Well, this is an age-old argument.
Well, it is, right.
No, but the point,
About
the point of the survey is
Are you just gonna
these
sit
men,
there?
These men don't realize how little they're doing. They think they're doing it all, and the ladies are going, you're not doing anything.
I have to trust the guys more in this poll than the women.
Me too.
Well, you're wrong.
Why is that?
I don't know that I am. And I think if women are being honest with themselves, they would agree.
Really?
Just because you caught your dude sitting for 5 minutes doesn't mean that throughout the day he didn't help more than you.
During that legal entanglement I was in that one time, I was watching I came down, just enjoying the Sunday, and you could almost hear her say, well, I'll put an end to this. There we go. He looks like he's having a good time.
I mean, this is why even create this sort of divisive poll? Everybody's doing their best.
No, that's the whole point of the poll. A lot of people think they're doing their best, but they're really spending most of the day in the teacher's lounge, also known as the garage.
Well, things need to get done in there, too.
Yes.
Okay.
You got to make tool racks and pegboards. And
don't you have to make a chart and divvy out the chores? And I don't know. I don't have to worry because I'm by myself, but...
All I know is I haven't sat down in
Do you
6
have a
weeks.
honey-do list, Christy? Do you slide it in front of him?
You know what? I was told yesterday if you would make a list, I'd be happy to do it. But
I bet the tone was, if you make a list, I'd be happy to do it.
It didn't sound like that at all.
No, but you kind of just made him sound like that.
That's how he sounded.
If you make a list, I'll be glad to do it. That's more of a guy's fault.
Look,
man, would you say you do more in your house than your husband? Oh, yes. That's how this poll worked.
No, I'm watching Kelly doing all the homeschooling. I'm helping out with recess and gym.
Okay.
Also important.
And
lunch lady.
occasionally snacks.
I was going to say, lunch man.
I found something interesting when you're doing snacks for the kids. You get out the crackers, they get out that really exotic cheese that they hate. And you get to eat a lot more of it. Just a little thing to...
Now, I would venture to guess that women are doing a better job than men, but it might not be as skewed time-wise.
Well, the most important thing, I think, is a lot of people now realize how great teachers are and how hard it is.
Yeah.
To teach. So, anyway. But this reminds me of the fact that Mr. Pat Godwin, father of one, who is currently ensconced with just his son, has been for many weeks. And
Single dad.
And you're doing all of the homeschooling.
Yeah, I'm the teacher, unfortunately. I don't know if Jimmy's going to the 4th grade, but I know I am.
All right.
That's good.
A lot of work. Here we go here. I'm in my pajamas, rolled out of bed. It's time for Jim's homeschooling. I'll be his teacher for the rest of the year on account of the governor's ruling. So I'm here online. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm about to cry. It's 4 + 9, still 13. Goodbye to 3rd grade because of Corona. Seeing me and Jimmy home doing schoolwork. And we both have ADD, so this one, hey, look, a squirrel's all over our car. Let's go chase him away.
Recess.
Me and Jimmy home doing schoolwork.
It's so true. So true. Well, coming up, summer vacation. I mean,
where?
Well, you know what I mean.
Summer staycation?
Oh, you mean for the kids?
Oh,
Well,
yeah. You like that word, right? Staycation?
No, I hate that word.
Well, you better get used to it.
You know, I'll think of something.
Yeah.
You still get in a car.
Yeah.
Go somewhere.
Where?
Maybe now that this is the year we get that houseboat and live together for a week.
Yeah, there you
Maybe
go.
that's what we should do.
Oh, we can camp. We could get tents.
Always talked about it. Yeah, we could camp on shore and go out
Yeah.
on a houseboat. Skinny dip, me and you, Tom.
Do something.
Skinny dip.
If you ever find that I'm skinny dipping with you, can you call my neurologist buddy and tell him that I need an exam of some sort?
Watch this, Josh.
Clearly, some of the synapses
You want to
are.
go skinny dipping?
Oh, it's done. We're already doing it.
They're doing it.
What's wrong with going skinny dipping
We're
with them?
skinny dipping. We're in our inner
nothing wrong
tubes.
with
We got
that.
our beers.
Chick and I would skinny dip together in a kiddie pool.
That's right. At a public facility.
leading to vigorous sodomy, of course.
Well, you never know what's going to happen.
Would be, fingers
Little
crossed.
wine, maybe.
I don't care where your fingers are going. I'm out. Don't give him the Biden move.
Oh, boy.
Oh, hey. Okay.
The Biden.
Little digital action. I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot to mention
sports
something.
is what it
Yeah, but
is.
I got to mention a couple
I know.
things.
What?
That we are socially distanced. We want to hear from you, by the way.
Yeah.
Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Christy's in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Hi, everybody.
Coming next week, Josh Arnold will be in the sponsored sidekick chair. This is so exciting.
My goodness.
But he still gets to sit there, right? You're not moving him.
Correct.
I'm not moving him closer, that's for sure.
Oh.
And then Chick McGee is at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Let's check in a little bit with the sporting scene.
Well, tonight on ESPN at 8 o'clock Eastern, they are going to have a live 3-hour NFL schedule release show.
Oh,
you heard me. 8 o'clock Eastern tonight.
How long?
3 hours. It'll highlight key matchups. Shut up. Key matchups, schedule flexibility, ultimately hope for the new season. And the word came down from the mountain yesterday. The mountain NFL has set protocols for reopening team facilities and has told all 32 to have your plans in place by next Friday, May 15th. Commissioner Roger Goodell mapped out several phases of protocols in a memo obtained by this reporter.
Oh, good work.
The first phase to deal with the coronavirus pandemic would involve a limited number of non-player personnel. That number initially would be 50% of the non-player employees.
I've tuned you out.
And up to a total of 75 on any single day being approved of being at the facility unless their last name starts with a vowel. Now, state or local regulations could require a lower number if they're of the Catholic faith.
The main part of the story is there's going to be a 3-hour TV show announcing the schedule. That's how bored people are.
Yep.
We'll get monster ratings.
Yes, it will.
10s and 11s and 12s across the 3 hours.
Is there any way we can tag the people who watch this and prevent them from voting?
You know, I'm probably going to check in, although I've already gotten 3 updates today from the Redskins about what they're going to be doing with their schedule. That's right.
This is like
It's my hobby.
Remember when you were in school and
Yeah.
the catalog would come out? There was always the one guy that actually looked at it.
What catalog? The Sears catalog? The Montgomery Ward
the catalog of courses you can take. Who looks at that thing?
Oh, I honestly...
Of course you did.
I loved it.
Oh, God, what a dork.
I kind of was a dork.
I arrived on campus, had no idea what I was going to do.
Really? Did you just have your advisor put together everything for you?
Talked to some buddies. What are you guys doing? I got parties to attend. This is college. I'm going down to the village. Let's go see some action. Sorry. No.
More sports coming up.
Also
including,
coming up.
I know I've said this before, but I've never meant it more. The stupidest, craziest, weirdest, oddest world record we've ever had.
And I concur.
And Tom
nice
agrees.
word.
It's a stupid one. But right now, I want to remind you can win those Raycons by going to bobandtom.com/contest. But speaking of let me tell you what I'm talking about here. Raycons are the best wireless earbuds. They're about half the price of those white ones that keep falling out of your ears. They've got adjustable tips on them so that you can make sure that they fit.
Adjustable what?
Tips.
Oh.
Tips. They're sorry. 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing. Great for making phone calls. Great for isolating yourself. Maybe Maybe there's a little too much chatter in your life these days.
Oh, what do you mean?
Tell me more about your sister's boss. I can't wait to hear it. Maybe you want some
Don't
peace
you
and
want to
quiet.
paint the house? No, I don't want to paint the house.
Raycon wireless earbuds, about half the price, no dangling wires. Celebrities like Snoop Dogg and our own Chick McGee, obsessed with the Raycons. See what the hype is all about.
I searched the world over for earbuds I enjoyed, and Raycons fit the bill.
Here's the thing. You can get them delivered right to your house by going to buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds. You're gonna be stuck there for a while, it would appear. Buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com. RAYCON. And I'll remind you also, you could win a pair. BobandTom.com/contest. We certainly appreciate that. We are coming right back with more sports. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Mark Allison here with you on a Thursday. How are you doing? It's the 7th of May. Yes, we are here live. Our West Coast Mountain correspondent Al Jackson's going to be on the way. And we've also got author Alan Zweibel coming up this morning right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the show coming up.
I'm Chick McGee from the crazycockwine.com sports desk, and this is your Bob and Tom sports update. The NFL has set protocols for reopening team facilities and has told the 32 teams to have them in place by next Friday. Commissioner Goodell mapped out several phases of protocols in a memo obtained by the Associated Press. The first phase, to deal with the virus, would involve a limited number of non-player personnel. That number initially would be 50% of the non-player employees and up to a total of 75 on any single day being approved to be at the facility. The NBA says some players can voluntarily return to their team practice facilities starting tomorrow amid some very specific conditions. Players can congregate only in places where local and state governments have signed off on such openings. And fans will be allowed to enter baseball stadiums tomorrow for games in Taiwan for the first time this season. It is part of a gradual easing of restrictions amid the pandemic. It's the Chinese Professional Baseball League. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I own a 3-foot ruler.
Oh.
Wow.
Got it at a yard sale.
Makes sense.
That's almost not worth the energy to laugh at.
Bob and Tom mornings and highlights replayed all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear. For Sheezy, holla back one time. What up with it, dog? Pimping for sure. For Sheezy. Was that black enough?
We're joined in the studio by comedian Kevin Pollak. You're asked this all the time, but I have to ask. When you're on the set with Jack Nicholson in on a wonderful movie, A Few Good Men, at what point do you break the ice with him, or does he? How does that work? Had you ever met him before? Were you?
No, I hadn't met him before, and I was surprised by his demeanor. I just expected, in order to represent cool for the last 4 decades, that you'd have to be a little aloof, people talking about you rather than to you. But he was the most approachable, gregarious screwball I've ever seen on a set. He looks stoned every day. And I'm not saying he was, but he was happy all the time. Especially right after coming out from his trailer. Very, very happy. And relaxed.
Yes.
And seemed kind of sleepy.
But who are we to judge?
That's right.
Yeah.
Sort of like Satchmo. Kind of a Louis Armstrong thing.
But he, no, he was really funny all the time. And I tell the story in my stand-up act about how my mom came to visit the set and ended up hitting on Jack Nicholson during shooting the courtroom stuff. And he saw me squirming at the legal table there in the courtroom as I'm watching this. And then that became fuel for his fire, you know. And he came over to where I was sitting and said, "Hey, Kev, how's it going? Listen, I was wondering if you could do me a favor." Yeah. I was hoping you might be able to get your mom off my butt.
I'll bet he didn't say butt.
No, he didn't. She's hitting on me. What the hell is that? What am I supposed to do? Take your mom back to my trailer? Is that what you want?
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, but it turns out I don't sleep well anyway. I've been grinding my teeth. I didn't know I grind my teeth until I woke up. My husband was pouring coffee beans into my mouth. What a weird way to save time in the morning.
No kidding, but it's fresh coffee.
Also with us, Christine Stedman. Now, you're a mom?
Well, a mom and a grandma. I think you know that.
I know. It's
646 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has an update on the weather forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. Some sunshine. A lot of it today, actually. High near 70. Rain overnight down to 48. Morning showers and partly cloudy Friday afternoon with a high of 51. Big change for the weekend. Sorry, moms.
What's Saturday going to be like? Do we know?
Saturday's going to be okay. Sunday, I think, looks a little wet, but I'll double check on that.
Could be a record for cold Sunday morning.
Yeah, maybe God forgot that this is when the track would be full of cars, and so let's do that annual. Let's freeze things up and make it rain.
Yeah.
They don't bother. We already got the other thing.
Here's how much of a Hoosier I am. This is Roberto Guerrero weather. Remember that cold morning when he right into the wall?
I've been there when it's been snowing at the Speedway. Trust me. Sunday showers and 61 is the high.
Oh God! Coming up, we have your shot at $1,000 here on Q95 and some great music. So hang with us, please. Let's see now. Let's make the rounds here. I'm sorry, I'm a little thrown this morning here on the Bob and Tom Show because
it's up to you to keep it this way.
Yep.
I look to my left. I like this very much. It's like being in a sports bar. We have Pat Godwin elsewhere in the building, but we're bringing him in this room via some special cameras.
Our very own Max Headroom.
And he's in here twice.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Let's change that.
Okay. No, I like it very much. And then over there is Ace Cosby, the proprietor of the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day, brought to you by our friend Steven Singer at IHateStevenSinger.com. For some great jewelry. Now, we continue around, and there's a Chick McGee about 15 feet from me as we socially distance ourselves. He's at the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk. Josh in the as-yet-to-be-announced sidekick chair. This is Tom speaking in the big room, and Christy Lee is through the glass in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Now,
do we have guests today? I didn't get a sheet. I don't.
We do.
Who we got coming up?
We have comedian Al Jackson and
nice.
The great writer from Saturday Night Live, Alan Zweibel.
Oh, right on.
From the classic years, he was primarily worked with Gilda Radner.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk to him about his book. And I think my son Willie is going to check in with us.
Good. Oh, okay.
I hope he did his laundry.
We'll find out.
Okay.
He's by himself in Chicago. I don't know what the hell else he has to do, but
Little Willie can't leave home. Godwin, work on it.
okay.
Godwin's at his house.
I said he can't come home.
There you go. Now, I want to remind you,
Sports.
Kostaki Economopoulos
Yes.
has that show tonight, right?
Yes, he does.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The Nowhere Comedy Club.
Isn't it at 9 o'clock Eastern,
I
6
think so,
o'clock
yeah.
Pacific?
So check out Kostaki Economopoulos tonight. Now, let's get back to the sports page, Chick.
As we said, the NFL has set up protocols for reopening team facilities. It came down from the mountain yesterday from Commissioner Goodell. All 32 teams need to share their protocols with the NFL office by next Friday.
Okay.
Earl Thomas, Baltimore Ravens free safety, is in a bit of trouble this morning. He was allegedly confronted by his wife, Nina, following a night out in Austin, Texas on April 13. There was indeed gunplay involved.
Well, it was over his girlfriends, Pinta and Santa Maria.
Nina is his wife. And
oh, my God. Hey, warn me when it's coming. I'll put my mask on.
Makes you long for the days of Uncle Arctica, doesn't it?
Wow.
Nina had tracked Earl to an Airbnb where she discovered him in bed with several naked women.
Well, I told you.
So she's mad because he's violating these social distancing.
Sure. Check again the names of the naked women he was in bed with. His wife, Nina.
Pinta.
Yeah.
Nina is his wife who caught him.
Right.
The women are
Pinta.
Santa, Maria.
That's right.
And,
you can try to build this and make this a joke. It's not going to happen.
I just wanted to hear what it sounded like from somebody else.
Oh, yeah. Nina, Pinta, Santa Maria, and...
Turducken.
Yeah, okay.
The couple have been married since 16. They have 3 kids. Earl took to Instagram yesterday to address the incident and asked fans to pray for his relationship. He was held at gunpoint by his wife, Nina, with a 9mm.
Yikes.
He was naked in bed with several other women and his brother.
Whoa.
Okay, smart guy. What's his brother's name?
Okay, smart guy.
Christopher Columbus. What do you? Vasco da Gama, Magellan. You got to
allegedly, an enraged Nina, his wife, pointed the 9mm, a Beretta, that's a nice gun, at Earl's head before he managed to wrestle the weapon away from her. Really, Karen? I'm out on the street. I can get whacked any day, and you're here.
How do you like it, Karen?
How do you like it, Karen? I'm sorry. Police were called to the scene, and Nina was arrested for burglary of her residence with intent.
What?
She was arrested.
She was arrested.
Well,
intent to commit aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. She did pull a gun.
Well,
yes, he's being a lunatic.
I suppose his erection went down.
What if it went up?
Oh,
that'd be alarming,
scary.
wouldn't it?
Yes.
What if he didn't stop? Yeah, there you go.
It's probably. I'm sure he probably was snorting Viagra.
Oh, here's. I nominate this for understatement of the year.
Okay.
Just hours before his 31st birthday, Earl shared a video to Instagram yesterday stating, "Fam, keep us in your prayers." It's a picture of him and Nina. Stuff like this happens.
No.
Oh. Meanwhile, God posted, "Hey, leave me out of this, will you?"
Pray for us as we go through this. We're back talking, and I'm seeing my kids.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
His brother had no comment on the incident other than shaking and crying in a corner.
Earl.
His brother. I mean, sloppy seconds. What's the protocol there?
Now, if you're the football player, you get
in
first.
Yeah.
If you're the brother, it's sloppy seconds.
His brother.
That's how my brothers work. I mean, I'm on the radio. They get my sloppy.
Oh, he was playing topless beer pong, evidently.
Was he really?
These photos.
How about that?
His brother's name's Seth.
Okay, good.
Seth Thomas. There you go.
Okay.
I hope those 2 kids stay together, huh?
Hope they work that out.
Yeah. Never know.
She'll never let him forget it.
Oh, no. I bet you'd take the trash out for one of the 9 women you were in bed with at the Airbnb. Yeah. Boy, oh, boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
NBA says some players can voluntarily return to their team practice facilities starting tomorrow amid some specific conditions. Players can congregate only in places where local and state governments have signed off on such openings.
So the bedroom of with a bunch of hookers.
An Airbnb, probably, and with your brother is off limit.
Well, they didn't say they were hookers, Tom. They just said women.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they weren't
What do you
paid.
mean, okay?
They weren't paid.
There are some.
There are women that enjoy having sex.
There are many free-thinking individuals all across the country.
Well,
love Earl Thomas.
I think maybe
He's a big star.
I'm guessing there was an exchange of some cash. That's all I'm saying.
There you go. Here's Earl playing big beer pong. What do you think?
Boy, oh boy. Yeah,
That's an NFL body, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. He's got his pants on in that picture.
Well, barely.
Yeah, early in the evening.
Yeah, that was early on.
So is his brother a football player? Or is he on the taxi squad?
He's probably just hanger on. Probably on staff. He's in charge of
coming up. We
social
have,
activities.
we have some fascinating news from the world of sports, including massive betting on a sport you probably would not think people would be betting on, but they are. Tiger Woods news, a really cool story about Elon Musk, in fact, a couple of them. And some great news about dogs and murder hornets back in the news already.
Oh, boy.
And a crazy world record, man.
Yes, and a crazy world record coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
the Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
Bob and Tom 24/7. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us today. Hey, you can win a pair of E25 Raycon earbuds. Pretty simple. Just find the Raycon contest code in the news feed on the Bob and Tom app. Enter that code at bobandtom.com/contest. Increase the odds of winning by entering daily. The Bob and Tom app is free and available in your iTunes or Google Play store. So head on over there today, get the app, check out the news feed, get the code, and you could be on your way to winning a pair of E25 Raycon earbuds. You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Defense Secretary Mark Esper is taking new steps to highlight and defend a Pentagon approach to fighting the coronavirus pandemic that some Democrats have criticized as slow and disjointed. He will be flying to the headquarters of U.S. Northern Command in Colorado Springs, Colorado, to meet with General Terrence O'Shaughnessy, who is spearheading the military's support for civilian agencies combating the virus. And you may be used to airlines charging for checked bags, extra legroom, etc., but Frontier Airlines is getting some serious blowback for planning to charge passengers extra to sit next to a middle empty seat. The plan was grounded after some congressional Democrats accused the airline of trying to profit off COVID-19 fears. Frontier has backed off and says it won't charge for spacing passengers and will block middle seats from being sold. Was it a flush? We may never know. A sound interrupted part of yesterday's phoned-in oral arguments before the Supreme Court. On the audio, heard live, Justice Elena Kagan asked a question of one of the attorneys. During the answer, there was a noise that sounded very much like a flushing toilet. But we'll probably never know what happened. The court didn't say what the sound was or if it was a toilet or who might have flushed it. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You should have seen me last night when I fell down laughing and I stumbled down a flight of metal stairs. I went crashing through the window at the VFW hall, tumbled over a pile of metal chairs. Then I cussed out my girlfriend, tried to feel up her mom. I wrecked my car, I think I bruised my spine. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. I got drunk and stole this boat out of Edgewater Yacht Club doing 90 miles an hour up to the bay. I sank her out by Buckeye Point and walked on into town. Tore up someone's flowers on my way. Then I barged into the cruise nest and I threw up on the rug. I slapped that hostess on her big behind. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. I talk dirty to the waitress and I never ever leave her no tip. I leave her all my roaches in the guacamole dip. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. So I'm going out tonight and I'm gonna tie on a good one. Does anybody here want to go out drinking with me? Yeah! Well, I'll take you to this biker bar where we can kick some ass. And a gay bar. We'll get our drinks for free. We'll do shooters of tequila and a case of beer apiece. We'll wash it down with a gallon of cheap island wine. Oh, you ought to go with me when I go out drinking. Always have myself a real good time. I like to shout out loud and moon the crowd when I'm dancing on the bar. Then go out in the parking lot, piss on all the cars. I go out drinking, always have myself a real good time. Oh, give me that wine. Always have myself a real good time. I'm feeling very fine. Always have myself a real good time.
Ruth Langmore on Ozark. Hey, 7:01 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
It certainly is. That's Christy Lee with a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine, look for a high of near 70. Rain tonight down to 48. That brings in a change for us. Morning showers, windy, partly cloudy tomorrow afternoon with a high of only 51. 43 now.
And then the weekend?
Kind of chilly on Saturday and Sunday with rain Sunday.
Thanks. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Some enthusiasm here. Psyched about this. All right.
I'm enthused.
Hippie.
Okay, now, Josh, we're going to get to your pornographic story here shortly.
It was classy. It wasn't
we have a lot to get to here, including a really interesting Elon Musk update or two.
Yeah.
I want to get to that pretty much instantly before we get to the world's worst and stupidest world record.
Ever.
This is Tom, that's Ace, that's Chick, that's Josh. Two-camera shoot going on right now. We have Pat Godwin being sent to us via digital Zoom, whatever the hell that thing is. But for some reason, there are two.
I don't want to correct you. It's not really a two-camera shoot. It's one camera, two monitors.
It is. It seems like we're wasting a monitor.
Yeah.
Well, Christy, if you looked at the monitor on the right, there's another camera. See that? It's
It's a studio.
It's us.
Yeah.
You're looking at the YouTube feed there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there.
Yeah.
Okay. So in any event, the larger,
that's a YouTube feed.
Uh-huh.
The larger point is Christy is in the next room over there. That's the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Chicks at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. When the phone rings, it'll be the track phone hotline. Christy, I wanted to get to this story.
I have both of them. Which one?
What happened to sports?
You can do a both. We'll get back to sports. There's nothing going on in sports. There's
Tonight, 8 o'clock on ESPN Eastern. It's the 8 Eastern, the NFL schedule release. We're going to have a big 3-hour show live on ESPN tonight.
Cool.
Wow. Is that on the paint drying network? Yikes.
Okay, go ahead.
Whoa.
You wait.
A lot
and
of
see.
football fans will be watching that.
10s, 11, and 12 ratings.
Really?
Well,
Maybe got
something to look forward to if you're a fan.
See, you just don't allow, do you? You're not very welcoming. You're not very.
I enjoy watching the
like
football
change.
game. I don't want to watch the schedule.
You're not a
Yeah, I don't.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Tonight we're going to read the index of the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Oh, I might watch that. Yeah,
If there were records in the NFL, they already did that with the 100 greatest players.
And we're going to read footnotes of a gardening book.
Little-known grocery list of Don Hudson. You kidding me? Come on.
All right. Where were we?
We were talking about Elon Musk. He had a baby. Well, he didn't, but his girlfriend did. Singer Grimes, whose real name is Claire Elise Boucher.
Grimes, I've not heard of her.
Yeah, she's kind of a, I don't know, gothy looking gal.
Wasn't there a Grimes when we were kids? Tammy Grimes.
Tammy Grimes, a different one.
Yeah.
So
Apparently they
Elon's
had
got
a
a kid.
baby, and they named the baby XAEA12.
I'm sorry, what?
AE.
AE.
A-12.
Oh, my God, that's my password.
Oh, really?
How the hell? What the hell has he been doing?
Man, he really does know everything.
There are some who are speculating that it's pronounced Zaya. After the couple's son was born Monday, Musk obliged users' requests for pictures, including one that used a tattoo face filter on the little guy. When asked what they'd named their son, Musk responded XAEA12. They did not say how the name was meant to be pronounced, and there are some who are saying that once they file for the birth certificate, the state of California is going to tell them that they have to have a name that is pronounceable.
Did he just take his hand and whack the keyboard?
No kidding.
No, she has a long. Did you see her long description of what it's supposed to be?
Is this more her doing? You get that feeling than his?
Is this Latin for child abuse?
They're both kind of out there.
Good point. Insufferable prick for a dad.
Good Lord.
Did they throw a brick at the baby? And
The A12, the AE is artificial
intelligence
intelligence-y kind of thing, and the A12 is some kind of ship and some space sci-fi.
Is the AE, are they separate letters?
No,
or
they're
is it
together.
It's the ash?
Yeah,
they
the
call that the ash.
yeah. Yes.
What does that mean?
You know, the AE, they're kind of mushed together.
They're mushed together.
It's a ligature of
Yes.
of two letters.
What does it mean?
It's ancient.
Is it like Prince's Glimph, whatever?
It's just sort of like a GH in a
Does
word.
it make
it's
a new
pronounced in a certain way.
Yeah.
It's a new sound, a different sound. Like
it's a grapheme that would be. I don't know how it's pronounced, honestly.
So they're going to call the kid Zaya.
Zaya's
Zaya's kind of cool because it reminds me of.
We're marching to Chevrolet.
The hell is this?
The mighty Zion.
Can you imagine if one of us shoved this down the show's throat?
Our last reward, our Lord's reward. Zion, oh happy Zion.
The Firesign Theater, a little bit of Zion.
Here you go. Grimes says that the name is inspired by mythical elves and a CIA spy plane from the 1960s.
Oh,
somebody from CPS come in and take this baby. Come on. Get off your butts.
The U-2 wasn't the U-2 was the spy plane, right?
Gary, how about Gary?
Francis Gary Powers. Was there also an A-12? Is that what
Must
that means?
have been.
I'd argue the most famous science fiction numbers are THX 1138. I think
they are famous, but they're not.
Not XAEA-12.
No.
Once again, it's unclear whether they will be legally able to register their child's name, as California law only allows names to include letters of the English alphabet.
Yeah.
What is it about celebrities ruining their kids' lives with stupid
this
names?
is so unfair to this kid.
Yeah.
Remember, was it some of the guy from Jefferson Airplane and Grace Slick named their kid God?
There's a basketball player, Sham God. Remember that
Why
guy?
can't people be creative and rich and not weirdos? It's not that hard to not be a weirdo.
X represents the unknown variable, she wrote.
No, it's
referring to the first letter of
X
the name.
X marks the spot where he'll be punched in the face during recess. Hey, queer, over here. Boom.
Hey, 3:15, time for your punching.
The AE mashed together, she says, is my elven spelling of AI, love and or artificial intelligence.
Unacceptable. All of this is awful.
I can't take it.
And A12 is the precursor to the SR-17, our favorite aircraft.
I named it after a plane.
I'm just reading her Twitter feed, okay? So you guys take it up with them.
Okay. So
Christy, do you like this? Do you approve of this?
I do not approve of this. I'm a little bit old-fashioned, or as my kids will tell me, I'm old. I don't care.
maybe
I like
just
traditional.
maybe just keep it to yourself.
He needs this baby needs a nickname. Tom will put a nickname on it, like Rabbit Boy or Dewey or something.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
It's a boy.
Son.
Yeah.
Well, it hasn't.
I'm sorry. Was this child assigned male or female at birth?
Yeah, we don't know.
No,
Maybe it's an
we have
alien.
to wait these days.
I'll let my 4-year-old tell me if they're a boy or a girl. Will you? How about the penis? You're not going to let that speak?
Now, Pat, I understand that you're.
Welcome to cranky old men.
I know you're.
Pat, I understand you're not happy with Elon Musk's naming the kid AEX8. What are they?
Whatever.
And I'm going to sing about it for you. Hello, I'm Patty Cash.
Patty Cash.
Well, my daddy left for Mars when I was 3, and he didn't leave SpaceX to mom me. Just a sold Tesla and the keys up on the shelf. Now, I don't blame him for running off with Tom Cruise. I'd preferred he crawled into a bottle of booze. That would explain why he named me XAEA-12. Well, it was the year 2525, and thanks to science, this man is still alive. I found a note in that old Tesla addressed to me. It said, "Dear XAEA-12, this is your dad, Elon, and I'd like to delve into why I called you that ridiculous name. You see, I'm a cookie billionaire, and your mom was a singer without a financial care. Calling your kids strange names is what famous people do." Well, Dad, looking back, I think it's sort of mean, but being a Musk is kind of keen. And hell, I changed my name when I was 18 to Sue. Yeah, you do. And I inherited all that money when you died in space. Screw you. My name is Sue.
Very nice.
A boy named XAEA-12.
Yeah.
And you mentioned.
Yeah, we didn't get to this part.
What is the Tom Cruise connection?
Well, Tom Cruise and Elon Musk apparently are teaming up, and they've asked NASA, apparently, to collaborate on a movie that will actually be shot in space.
Cruise is going to space.
Yeah, Deadline reports that if realized, the project would be the first narrative feature filmed in outer space. It will be an action-adventure movie, though it will not be a Mission Impossible film.
Huh. All right.
Okay.
He's officially out of his mind.
Yeah, it seems like Tom Cruise and Elon Musk would be friends.
He loves doing his own stunts.
Oh, he does.
He's clamoring.
Remember he was hanging on the outside of the plane when it took off or something?
Oh,
he broke his ankle.
Super brave.
And
I think so. I think he's cool, but
remember, he's
also
same
a whack job.
He's the same age as Wilford Brimley in Cocoon.
That's amazing.
That is crazy, yeah.
Oh, well, Scientology and science merge. You'll be jumping off a couch in outer space.
Well, Scientology's based in outer space, isn't it?
I don't think I do well in I think
Zero gravity?
Yeah.
I'd puke.
Be sick a lot.
Hate it.
Yeah. No, you wouldn't be able to put anything down. Nothing would be in its place.
It'd be fun. What's wrong with you people? Come on, it'd be fun.
It would be awful.
Float around.
I hope Tom Cruise plays the guy who played in Tropic Thunder.
Oh, boy. That
was
character.
Oh, man, he killed it.
He's so good. He did.
So underrated, that movie. If you're
really
looking for something to watch.
Right about right.
Oh, no. That movie is great. I'm surprised they were able to make it and not get the politically correct police.
Well, it was before then.
Yeah, RDJ's lately been on the line defending his choice.
Yeah.
It's very, very good.
RDJ.
That was the whole joke. He's having to defend that?
Yes.
Oh.
On Twitter,
Yes.
The joke was how ridiculous and inappropriate it was.
Sure.
But
People don't want to see
and
that.
mostly because of the Sean Penn mentally challenged part.
Is comedy illegal yet?
Is that on Tropic Thunder?
Pretty
They're working on
much.
it.
I know it might seem like it at my shows.
Mine too.
I'm ahead of the curve.
Coming up, we've got letters from all over the place. We've got great animal stuff all coming up. A little bit of Donnie Baker next, and a story you're going to love out of St. Louis, Josh.
Okay.
I think you'll be astonished.
Hometown.
Yeah, it involves, I think, a grocery chain you're probably familiar with.
Schnucks or Deerbergs?
I love Schnooks. Running the Schnooks. Doing a Schnook run.
Yep.
Need anything?
I'm going to Schnook.
Heading to Schnookums. I would call it Schnookums.
Aw, Schnookums.
We'll find out
Easy
what the
to shoplift at Schnooks.
Deerbergs?
Yeah.
Is it deer or dyer?
It's pronounced deer.
Okay.
But it's spelled dyer.
Okay, we'll have it that coming up. Right now I want to remind you, hey, you're stuck there. Maybe it's time to get back in the sack and get some action going here. Talking about erectile dysfunction. Come on, let's go. We got pharmaceuticals out there that can bring back part of your life with an outfit called Roman. What do? Well, they distribute those things you've been hearing about for years. The good stuff, the real stuff, the actual pharmaceuticals like, say, Viagra. With Roman, you get a free online evaluation to see if you're indeed a candidate for these. You'll get hooked up with an actual American physician, and you will be able to find out if, is this for you? If the medication is indeed appropriate, Roman will ship it to you. It's free 2-day shipping. How much does that cost?
It's free.
How much is the exam?
Free.
It's free also. Okay, very good. The whole process is very straightforward, very simple, and very discreet. You do it online. You go to getroman.com/wood. Complete that online visit. Free. ED, tough to tackle, but with Roman, you can get part of your life back. You go to getroman.com/wood. Once again, it's a free online visit. Free 2-day shipping. Getroman.com/wood. And the word wood is there for a reason.
And it's not WOULD.
No. It's, wow. Would that be?
We'll play the hits for you.
There you go. Free visit to get started. GetRoman.com/wood. You got nothing to lose and a lot to gain. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. GetRoman.com/wood. Up next, a little bit of Donnie Baker. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Rolling through a Thursday morning with you. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us. Remember, every dollar spent in the Bob and Tom store for the foreseeable future goes directly to Feeding America. Last Friday's Radio Cares Emergency Radiothon raised just over $500,000. Buy now and buy often at bobandtomstore.com. Every hat, every shirt, every sweatshirt you get, all of the proceeds, every single dime goes to Feeding America. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The coronavirus pandemic has caused lots of us to do things past generations used to do regularly, like spend time with the family more, eat at home. And the folks who set up the Tribeca Film Festival are looking to add another old-school activity, going to the drive-in theater. Tribeca Enterprises is hooking up with IMAX and AT&T to have movies shown at existing drive-in theaters or at what it calls other exclusive venues. The first of that event is set for June 25th. Tribeca says it won't be just movies. It says that summer programming will include music and sporting events. Lady Gaga's Chromatica album will now come out on May 29th. It had been delayed from its original release date of April 10th because of the coronavirus outbreak. The album will include collaborations with Elton John, Ariana Grande, and the K-pop group Blackpink. Fans will not only be able to get it in the usual formats, but also in vinyl. And guitarist Steve Hackett writing a book explaining just why he left Genesis and his hesitation to join the band to begin with. Hackett's autobiography, A Genesis in My Bed, comes out in July. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Well, since the hockey season's been postponed, nobody has seen our local Zamboni driver lately.
Oh.
I have a feeling he will resurface eventually.
Bob and Tom mornings and highlights replayed all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom. And this is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy on your computer all day and all night.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Figaro Lapiu. Are you like me? Do you love to eat, but sometimes your food does not love you back? Oh my, that is quite unpleasant, is it not? Here at the Frigamall Industries, we have developed a pill that will take the stink out of... Of course, we cannot muffle the noise, but we can eliminate that embarrassing, eye-watering, wallpaper-peeling aroma. You will still hear the... But the aroma will be a designer fragrance chosen especially for you. We have country pine, potpourri, musk, and my personal favorite, sea breeze. Feels mist on your face. We call this modern miracle pill flatulante. I'm going to sing for you now. If you're a gentleman or a debutante, Go out and get yourself some flatulence. Your gas can smell like roses. No need to hold your noses. You can rip one off when you want it. If your belly's an inferno, just like Dante, and you're sitting in a crowded restaurante, feel free to go boom, boom. You won't clear the room. They'll think your thoughts are ever so fragrante. Everybody sing!
Flatulante, go ahead and toot. Flatulante, the air you won't pollute. You're pulling your own finger 'cause you want to cut the cheese.
Now you're breaking wind so much your ass gives off a breeze.
Darling, I have never seen you looking so lovely.
So perfect.
This is a great restaurant. Wait till you see the menu.
Good evening, monsieur, mademoiselle. I am Jacques. May I take your order, please?
Jacques, it's nice to see you. I think we'll start off with a...
Oh, monsieur, I am so embarrassed for you. I feel so bad. I do not know what to say.
Oh, don't feel bad for my husband. He's using flatulante. Go ahead, take a whiff.
Oh, how lovely. Potpourri, an excellent choice, monsieur. Might I recommend with that Chateaubriand for two?
Well, thank you, waiter.
And thank you, flatulante.
Flatulante. In the restaurant or in the bedroom?
7:20 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy's got a quick update in the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine, look for a high near 70. Rain moves in overnight, low 48. And then morning showers on Friday. Windy, partly cloudy later in the afternoon, though, high 51. 43 right now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Coming up, your shot at $1,000. So pay attention. Could be real soon. Welcome back. It's the Bob and Tom Show. This is the 7th of May, 2020. The quarantine continues. We're here. Happy to be here, socially distanced, as required by law. Here in the big studio with Ace, Chick, Josh. This is Tom speaking. Behind the glass over there in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom, it's Christy Lee.
Hi, everybody.
On the big screen, oh, wait a minute, they moved him. On the small screen to my left, it's Pat Godwin somewhere in the building, but I don't know, many yards from here. We can see on the TV screen. Pat, you're looking good.
Down the hall.
There you go.
Down the hall, yeah.
I want to remind you, we got a special contest going on. You could win yourself some Raycon beautiful earbuds. Go to bobandtom.com/contest, and you have to look for some code word or something, Josh?
Yeah, At the app, you can get the code word. And
They have different colors, too, blue and red.
They explain. On a different note, we got some really cool pictures of there is an eagle's nest about maybe 1,500 yards from where we're sitting right now. And one of my neighbors has this telescope on her camera and took some great pictures. So you can check them out if you want to see an American eagle and some eaglets. It's really neat.
Oh, I thought maybe she had a bucket truck.
You'd need a big bucket or a big something on it. Those things are way up high.
Are they really high?
Yeah. Anyway, they're super cool pictures if you want to see them. They're on the various Bob and Tom social media platforms. And don't forget to enter our contest to win some beautiful Raycon earbuds. Nice.
Never seen an eagle. There's a picture of one.
Really? Why don't you just get in a boat and just go to China and join your commie friends? And
all because of a bird.
what's the big flying critter in China? The poison bat?
Probably.
That make you happy? Really? Infect the whole world?
I like owls. You know, owls have spindly legs. Did you guys know this?
Yeah, I like owls.
You wouldn't think an owl had like little stick legs, but it looked like Reggie Miller's legs.
Yeah, how
Crazy.
they hold all that up?
Yeah.
You know, the owls have no peripheral vision.
I know. They have to turn their
spin their head
They
around.
can't move their eye. They have to move the whole.
I
damn
have bird questions. I need some advice.
good.
There.
Okay.
I love birds.
Yep.
I in another life I would be an ornithologist of some sort.
Right now you're a ornithologist.
That's exactly right. A very horny
man.
I just got a bird feeder and I attached it to my window and filled it with seed, and the box said, give it a few days. The birds aren't going to come to this right away. It's been over a week. And I've not seen a bird.
Look for dead ones down below the window where they've flown into the glass.
What's your situation on the area where your house is built? Any sort of
all kinds of birds
disturbance underneath the ground?
Is there
any sort
let
of
me ask you
burial
this.
ground or anything?
What is right below the bird feeder?
Ground.
No, I'm going to redub that the turd catcher.
Well, yeah, that's going to be.
Don't put like a furniture down there.
Well, yeah, and if you
my
depending on
clothesline is a name.
what kind of
park your
bird
car
seeds
there.
you use.
Okay.
You'll have weeds there.
You like it on the window so you can see the birds eating.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. There's the track phone hotline.
Thanks for all your help.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show. Maybe Donnie knows.
Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
I hate birds, Josh.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear it.
I swear to God, what other species is allowed to just fly around and drop deuces on your... My boat's had poker dots the last 5 years of the damn birds. So, we can agree to disagree if you want to.
Sure, yeah.
Well, first off, I want to start off by saying Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there.
It's coming.
Well, you know what,
you, Donnie.
You're welcome, Christy. and they claim motherhoodism is a thankless job. But then every sports athlete and award show, the winners, they're always thanking their moms, never their dad.
Yeah.
That's true.
And Christy, I want to especially bequeath a very happy Mother's Day to you being my number one baby mama.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that, Donnie. How is Wolfie?
He's good. He made you a gift.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
That's a Cheerio necklace. Dipped. Well, it was a Cheerio necklace. Well, apparently he got hungry and ate most Cheerios off your necklace.
Oh,
And now it's
well,
basically some 10-pound test catfish line. And we also got you a huge bouquet of free-range yellow yard daisies.
Oh, how nice.
Hundreds of them all over the yard.
Donnie, I believe those are dandelions.
They sure are dandy, Tom. Now, back to my point. Christy, I may have never wanted a legal bastard, and you may have never said with me on purpose, but I got to tell you, I never knew it was possible to love a tax write-off as much as I do here.
Well, that's nice. I'm glad to hear it.
Whiffy's a damn gold mind. And I don't know why dudes are always complaining about child support. Hell, child support's awesome. You ain't got to do nothing, and once a month you get free money. It's like constant stimulus. And the best part, you ain't even got to spend the money on the kid.
Donnie?
I swear to God, the court don't make you provide receipts or nothing to prove what you did with it.
Oh, gee.
Which, by the way, Christy, I'm still waiting on my support check for May. I mean, I'll just assume the mail's slow with all these Mother's Day cards.
Yeah, I'm sure that's it.
Yes.
So, speaking of moms, this Saturday I'm taking my mom Phyllis to one of them pottery painting places. It's called Harry's Pottery and Paint, which now we have to do over a video on a Zoom computer.
Oh, okay.
It's one of them places where you get to drink wine while you paint pottery.
Course. Sure. I've done that.
Fun, yeah.
Well, she needs some new ashtrays, so we're going to paint us up a couple.
Okay.
I'll back some Cabernets. Hopefully it goes better than the wine and canvas thing she went to last Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And when it started off, everything pretty good, and I ain't sure if she had too much to drink or what, but all the other ladies' instructions were paint a picture of your cat, but my mom Phyllis misunderstood, and she went off in the back and made a mold and basically painted a super detailed, almost 3D picture of her.
Yeah.
What you call it. Well, nothing says Mother's Day like, let's just call it cookie cutters.
Thanks, Donnie.
George O'Keefe.
Misunderstood the pussycat.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely
do a painting.
That'll happen.
Hey, sports, remember me?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. It's the crazycockwine.com sports
Your
desk
name
starring
again?
Chick McGee.
Chick McGee.
Oh.
NBA says the players can voluntarily return to their team practice facilities tomorrow, of course, depending on local guidelines, yada, yada. NFL has set protocols for reopening team facilities, and their plan should be into Roger Goodell by tomorrow. 8 o'clock tonight Eastern on ESPN, a live 3-hour presentation of the announcement of the NFL schedule for 2020.
You're excited about this,
I'm
aren't you?
very excited about that. I'll be checking in. Fans will be allowed
Are they
to
going to do it by week?
Shut up.
Or by team? How is this going to
work? Yes, they announce the week. They'll look at a specific team. They talk about all the games, the matchups coming up. You'll hear a lot of talk about Brady and the Buccaneers playing the Patriots, I'm sure. Stuff. It's very.
So they don't take one team and run all the dates. They'll take week one.
Everybody and look at things. Yes.
Oh, and you'll find out when your team, your favorite team, who they play when. That is exciting. Okay.
I already know who they're playing. We just don't know when yet.
Well, you don't know exactly who they're playing.
I think,
you
know,
each year it's different. They
Yes, it did. But this year it lands on. Fans will be allowed to enter baseball stadiums tomorrow, which is right now in Taiwan. Or maybe it was yesterday. I know if you call them now, you ruin their whole yesterday.
Okay.
Taiwan baseball for the first time this season. Fans are allowed, part of gradual easing of restrictions amid the virus. China, the CPBL, China Professional Baseball League. 1,000 people will be permitted to enter ballparks tomorrow. Former NFL quarterback Brett Favre not taking questions for this story. That's me.
Okay.
But it's about Brett Favre.
Okay.
He's repaying $1.1 million in welfare money.
Welfare money?
Shut up. He received for multiple speeches where he did not show up.
Oh.
Auditor Shad White said his office received $500,000 from Favre on Wednesday, plus a commitment that Favre will repay the other $600K in installments over the next few months. Favre's effort to repay the money came 2 days after an audit released spending by the Mississippi Department of Human Services. The audit showed Favre had been paid by Mississippi Community Education Center, a nonprofit group whose former leader has been indicted in a welfare embezzlement scheme.
How about that?
A lot of working parts in that story.
So he was supposed to be going down to Mississippi to do speeches?
I'm not taking questions.
He ended up not doing it, huh?
That's big
Was he funneling the money back to the person that he was
A person with knowledge of negotiations tells this reporter that the MJC, the Maryland Jockey Club, and NBC Sports have set aside 3 possible dates for running of the Preakness. The NBC affiliate in Baltimore reported the Preakness will be run on October 3, when the average temperature in Baltimore is 17 degrees.
I think that's a little
I hope the horses are wearing wool hats. Tiger Woods said running more than 30 miles a week early on in his golf career destroyed his body. Woods now.
I knew it.
44.
That's why I've been anti-running.
Exactly right. Woods, 44, made the comment during an interview with Golf TV. Fans asked the 15-time major championship winner questions about his career and about what advice he would give his younger self. His advice to a younger Tiger, don't keep golf clubs in the house and play golf. Don't worry about running.
Well, he was running to save his ass when his wife was trying to run him down with a Cadillac, wasn't she?
And remember, don't call it ping pong. Table tennis has been dominating sports betting in Colorado.
No kidding.
Sports betting has been legal in Colorado for less than a week, and with most major sports shut down. By the way, listen for Chick McGee and those comments about the betting situation in Colorado coming up on your local radio station. Most major sports shut down. Bettors are turning to European table tennis. John Sheeran, director for trading for the FanDuel Sportsbook, said, I don't think anyone would have believed that we're going to be betting and watching Ukrainian table tennis. You've told them that 2 months ago.
Wow.
Other sports dominating the spread include Nicaraguan soccer and European darts competition.
Yikes.
Any of those interest you, Mr.
Not
Griswold?
at all.
You know, in Europe, they call darts pointy flyers.
Oh, really?
You know that? Yeah.
Would you like to come down to the pub and hurl some pointy flyers?
Wait a second. We
Do
got
you have a problem if you're betting on darts?
Probably.
Yeah.
And ping pong and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I can't help but notice that my son Willie has just joined us from Chicago on the big screen there. Hey, Willie.
Hey, good morning, y'all.
So you've shaved the rest of your face, but you're leaving the mustache, huh?
Yeah, it looks
It's coming in nice. You guys see it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Looks
It's
good.
nice and gross.
Back off, man.
It is the word wispy.
Yeah. I like it, Will.
You know, it comes in just like you.
Yeah,
yours
you did it.
Yours took
No,
away.
no, mine was
we
much
grew
more
the Fu
serious.
Manchus that one time, and yours took forever, but it looked good at the end. There.
No, I think mine's a little.
Hang
thicker
in there,
than that.
Wilbur. You'll be fine.
Thank you very much.
Don't
I once had a
listen to your
girlfriend tell
dad.
me, She likes my mustache because some of the hairs are brown and some of the hairs are clear and some of the hairs are just pimples, which is a mean thing to say.
Sounds like a smart broad.
So you broke up with her, huh? So the big question is now, last time we talked a couple days ago, you're there by yourself in an apartment in Chicago and you had not done any laundry. And yet you have a washer and dryer right there in the room?
Yes, and now I'm happy to report I have done the laundry.
What?
And I know, and I'm even more happy to report today I'm going to fold that laundry.
All right.
Got the work cut out for me.
That's always the kink in the process.
Oh, no, your
put it
dad.
on.
This morning I was folding laundry at 3:30 in the morning.
Mine's putting it away. I don't mind folding it. It's just putting it away.
A lot of laundry. One of my
Stays in the
little
laundry room.
4-year-old, your sister, likes to change clothes 5-6 times a day now. That's her big thing. She'll go in her room and come out with a new outfit on.
What do you mean? You're the same way. You change
Good
shirts
point.
every morning.
Yeah.
And I don't know how old you are, but you're a little older than me. And you change your shirts every day.
She learned it by watching you.
Yes.
Well, good for her. Anyway, so what else is going on, Willie? I know you quit smoking. I understand. That's good.
Yeah, I quit smoking. No more cigarettes. Still smoking a lot of pot.
Yep.
And I wanted to quiz you guys. I have a little pot quiz. Is that fun? Would you guys want to do that?
Oh, a pop quiz. Okay, go ahead.
Pop or pot?
There we go. Yeah, pop quiz. Sure, it's fun. It's a little fun there. So this is just it's a this or that thing. So do you guys know the difference between CBD and THC? Do you know what the difference is?
Yes.
THC is what gets you high.
CBD oil is the big thing now, right? But it doesn't have THC in it. Is that what the deal? Something like
Correct.
Yep. Right. And THC is the good stuff. That's the fun stuff.
That has the psychotropic effects,
oh, wow.
as they would say.
Okay, up next, we have indica versus sativa. Do you guys know the difference between those?
Heck no.
Yeah, there's some phrase that goes with this.
Yeah, indica is mellow.
Is indica the one that means indicouch?
Indicouch.
Indicouch.
Yeah,
that's right. Indica's mellow.
What's the sativa?
So indica's like sleepy nighttime weed, and sativa's like sunny daytime weed. And there's a fun thing you can say: sative up.
Ah.
Right? Is that?
Oh.
Sative up.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to skip the last part of this quiz, go to the next portion of this quiz, because this isn't working well. Actually, no, this one's fun. What's the difference between a blunt and a spliff?
Yeah, you think you know this, Tom.
Okay, I do know this one. Is the spliff a gigantic joint, and is a blunt the one where they hollow out a cigar?
Yeah, so they both involve weed and tobacco. A blunt is a hollowed out cigar with weed inside, and a spliff is just like a joint mixed with tobacco inside.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, because I remember when your car got stolen. Remember this a couple years ago?
Yep, there were blunt guts in there.
Yeah, the beautiful black Jeep Grand Cherokee stolen off the streets of Chicago, and then when they found it, I remember you went over to the junkyard where it was being kept, and it was full of blunt stuff, right?
Blunt, yeah. I mean, but to be fair, there's no way of knowing whether those were my blunt guts or those guys' blunt guts.
Oh, okay.
They're often cruising a blunt in downtown
Sure.
Chicago.
No. Let's go into. So here's the next portion. This is called Two Strains and Alive. You guys heard all the fun weed strain names like Pineapple Express, Purple Kush. So I'm going to name 3 weed strains, and one of these is not going to be a real weed strain.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, that fun. So Willie's Wonder,
right.
Kosher Kush, or Demolition Derby. Which of those is the lie?
I'm going to say Kosher Kush is the lie.
I'm going to say Demolition Derby.
I agree with Christy.
Okay.
Demolition Derby is the lie. Demolition Derby was from a Marvel Twinkie out of Spider-Man. All right, next one.
All right.
So there is weed called Kosher Kush?
Yes, there is.
Is it in fact kosher?
I bet it is.
I'm not sure. It gets you high though. I know that much. I know that it works.
Wow. I remember reading a few years ago there was a rabbi who was going through all the protocols that are required to make something kosher.
Well, it would make sense.
I knew there was kosher LSD. It's called Hasid. I did not know about Kosher Kush.
Oh boy, that almost makes up for the Nina Pinta Santa Maria jokes from earlier.
I like that joke, Josh. Don't listen to
What
him.
about Uncle Arctica? Is that
that's still strong?
Uncle Arctica, that's a great joke.
Hey, there you go.
Other strains?
Okay, up next we got Larry OG, Omega Red, or Jack Harrer.
Ooh.
Larry OG, Omega Red, Jack Harrer.
Oh wow, I don't know.
I have no idea.
on
that one.
I'm going to say Omega Red.
Yeah, me too. That's a
Yeah,
vitamin.
you're right. That's an X-Men villain, is Omega Red. You're exactly right.
Oh, okay.
Okay. By the way, I did find out there's a guy named Mitch Davis who is growing kosher cannabis, along with Rabbi Levi Zirkind.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a Jewish name.
It's out
how
there.
Jewish can you get?
But you can't light it on Saturday, though.
Oh.
By the way.
Hey, pass that over to me.
I can't, Pat, because you have to pass it right to left.
Do you know what you say when you smoked too much kosher kush?
No, what?
You say holla because you're hungry.
Because you're hungry.
I would name it Acapulco Goldstein.
Okay, so this is the last question. It's a series of 3 questions, and it's multiple choice.
Okay.
And this is called Cheech, Chong, or Chimichangas.
All right.
The answer will either be Cheech Marin, Tommy Chong, or Chimichangas. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so first question. This Canadian entertainer was cellmates with real-life Wolf of Wall Street Jordan Belfort.
That would have to be Tommy Chong.
Yes.
That's
he's
right,
Canadian.
Tommy Chong.
Right.
Yep, okay. We got that one pretty quick. All right, next question. This actor played Hurley's dad in the ABC show Lost. Is that Cheech Chong or Cheech
Cheech Marin.
Cheech Marin.
Cheech Marin, exactly right. Perfect. Okay. Final question.
Wait a second. Now, can the answer be the same for more than one question?
So it's Cheech Chong or Chimichangas, all right? We don't know anything. Let's just wait for the final question.
It's one of the 3.
There's a lot of options here, and it's a hard quiz. So final question. This deep-fried burrito
Oh, that's Tommy Chong.
that's
is a
Cheech.
popular staple of Tex-Mex cuisine. Cheech Chong or Chimichanga.
There you go.
It's got to be chimichanga.
I'll take chimichanga for $300.
Can you imagine
That
sitting
was-
around high AF doing this quiz?
Oh,
Yeah. No,
Willie,
Cheech
last
Chong.
night, Willie was howling.
Chimichanga, man.
Couldn't believe
Now,
it.
do you have any of
Now I want a chimichanga.
Do you have any of the
Thanks.
kosher kush at the house right now?
No, I don't. Right now, I have what's called, I think it's called OJ Kush.
Oh, that's a killer.
Don't put
I
any.
think it's
Put your
unaffiliated.
knives away.
Because you get the kosher stuff, you got to pass over the joint.
That's what. That's what Pat said.
Oh, sorry, I missed it, Pat.
Godwin already did it.
Did you pass it left to right? 'Cause you got to pass it right to left.
Right to left.
Sorry.
There you go.
Hey, Twitter world, this is yours truly.
I want to do my tie shtick.
Kosher.
Okay. Well, thanks, Willie. Willie Griswold, my son in Chicago. We'll talk to you again soon.
Sounds good.
Try to do something besides smoke pot today. Maybe fold that laundry.
Don't listen to him. Embrace it. Lean into it.
Oh, that was terrific.
Got that,
That was great.
Maui Howie. Now we're going to move on. we have to come back with the world's stupidest world record, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And we have the murder hornets back in the news again when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hope you're having a good Thursday morning. West Coast Mountain correspondent Jackson, Mr. Al Jackson. If you're nasty, on the way. When Al's not on with us giving a quiz for Tom, you can catch him on Daily Blast Live, a syndicated television show see throughout the country on a television station, perhaps in your market. So check it out. But not this morning, not when Al's on with us. You can tune in and listen to Al Jackson coming up right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee from the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk, and this is your Bob and Tom sports update. The NFL has set protocols for reopening team facilities and has told the 32 teams to have them in place by next Friday. Commissioner Goodell mapped out several phases of protocols in a memo obtained by the Associated Press. The first phase, to deal with the virus, would involve a limited number of non-player personnel. That number initially would be 50% of the non-player employees and up to a total of 75 on any single day being approved to be at the facility. The NBA says some players can voluntarily return to their team practice facilities starting tomorrow amid some very specific conditions. Players can congregate only in places where local and state governments have signed off on such openings. And fans will be allowed to enter baseball stadiums tomorrow for games in Taiwan for the first time this season. It is part of a gradual easing of restrictions amid the pandemic. It's the Chinese Professional Baseball League. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Have you noticed you can't get hand soap?
Yeah, it's hard.
Right.
It's really hard to get it. The only thing they have available is like really high-end hand soap.
Yes.
And it's, for lack of a better word, the flavors that didn't work out.
Yeah,
You know, it's like,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's like, lavender and mackerel.
Bob and Tom mornings and highlights replayed all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program 24/7.
Gee, Bev, what gives? Is something eating at you?
I should be so lucky. Ted's been working so many hours that he's too tired to even touch me anymore.
Sound familiar? Hello, I'm Dr. Pierce Kuntz, head of the Idlewood Institute. Our research has found that lack of sleep often leads to lack of sex. That's why we here at the Idlewood Institute have developed Slumber Lumber. Slumber Lumber is a combination of a mild sleep aid and blood gorging agent. The active ingredient in Slumber Lumber, somanucanol, ensures that when you doze, it grows.
I gave Ted some slumber lumber, and I've never seen him sleep deeper. And deeper, and oh my God, even deeper.
With Slumber Lumber, you'll wake up refreshed.
And satisfied. Hi, I'm Dr. Virginia T. Watson, and thanks to Slumber Lumber, while your man is getting his Z's, you'll be getting your O's. Multiple O's. In fact, our testing has shown Slumber Lumber to be much more effective than inferior products, such as Durvolvitrol or noctocogmycin.
Wow, Ted, you were up all night.
Yeah, and I never slept better.
If Slumber Lumber lasts for more than 4 hours, consult your physician or try new Flaciderm ointment, now with more Limprin.
Hey, Doc, my wife works a lot of hours, too. Is there something for gals that allows them to have sex while they're sleeping?
Why, yes, marriage. Seriously, if you're a working gal, try new Labatrex with spredomycin.
Slumber Lumber, from the makers of Pervitrol and Vagisilli Putty. Vagisilli Putty, put the fun back in yeast infections. Slumber Lumber may not be appropriate for everyone. Sleepwalkers and bedwetters may experience less than satisfactory results.
Hi, this is Drew Hastings, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Tony Edwards is here with us.
I got this one T-shirt. It says, it's a black thing you wouldn't understand. I feel kind of bad when I wear it because it leaves a lot of people left out. See, I think everyone should have their own T-shirt so everyone can feel the same kind of pride. Like maybe, it's a Japanese thing you wouldn't understand because you're lazy and stupid. It's an Amish thing. I made this shirt. It's a Republican thing. Give me $1 and I'll explain it to you. Oh, wait. Equal time. It's a Democratic thing. Give me $1. Understand, wouldn't you? Thing dyslexic. It's. Everyone, it's a blonde thing.
rock.
7:47 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has a quick forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather. Sunshine today, and 70 will be our high. Yay. Rain tonight down to 48. Tomorrow, showers, windy, cooler. Partly cloudy in the afternoon, high 51. I checked for you on the weekend.
Yeah.
Sunshine on Saturday, 55. Rain on Mother's Day, 58. Currently, 45 degrees.
Okay. Thanks very much, Christy. You got a couple good days coming. Did you hear that announcement a second ago? You could be a big winner. Keep listening for that money on Q95. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Just had a chance to talk to my son Willie there with everybody. That was cool.
Yeah.
Learned a lot. Learned about chimichangas.
Yes, indeed.
I love them.
And kosher marijuana.
Yeah.
The kosher kush is a real thing. How that's weird. Let's see now. Where was I? This is the Bob and Tom Show. Going around the horn here in the big room, socially distanced. Ace Cosby, of course. And Ace is the proprietor of the beautiful Ace Cosby joke of the day, brought to you by IHateStevensinger.com. Now, Chick McGee's across the way at the CrazyCockWine.com sports desk. And yes, Crazy Cock Wine is a real thing. Go to your liquor store and tell them, I want the Crazy Cock Wine in the can.
CrazyCockWine.com. See for yourself.
The soon-to-be sponsored Josh Arnold starring in The Sidekick Chair.
How about that?
Great. And well worth it. Very nice job today, Josh.
Thank you.
This is Tom speaking. That's Christy Lee over there in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
We've got to do something about this. This is too much Godwin.
Now we got Mr. Godwin is in the other building, but he's being
I don't care if you agree or not. It's too much.
Zoomed in by some digital thing, and we can see him. But we've got two screens in here because when we have the rest of our guests, I know for Al Jackson, we'll be able to see Al on one screen and Pat on the other.
Okay.
Now, Pat, I want the truth. Raise your right hand. Raise your right hand.
All right.
All right. Did you dye your hair in the last 3 days?
Absolutely not.
Okay. How about in the last week?
Absolutely not, Your Honor.
Okay. We're all wondering.
Well, you can wonder all you want.
Must be the magic of TV because
it has a dark reddish cast.
Yes, it looks like
looks like
Wayne Newton.
Well, here's what happens after you.
When
you don't.
Why don't you start these out with "Once Upon a Time"?
When you don't color in a while, it oxidizes and it turns the color of an eggplant after a while.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it looks ridiculous. That's what's going on.
Oh, I like the color of eggplant. That's a pretty purplish.
Not for a hair, though. Not for hair
it is.
color.
It's a great color for hair.
That's what's happening.
It's kind of a chestnut brown, I think. Well, we'll move on here. We got another song coming out of Pat. In the meantime, we haven't wrapped up sports yet. I'm sorry. What else is going on over there?
Here we go. One more. Stupid world record. David Rush has set the Guinness World Record for most ping pong balls caught in shaving foam on the top of his head in 30 seconds.
Damn it. This is so dumb.
What was that again?
So he's got a bunch of shaving cream on his head.
Yes.
And somebody's bouncing the ping pong balls into the foam on his head.
Oh my God. Okay. We got to do something about this guy.
Most ping pong balls caught in shaving foam on the head in 30 seconds.
Now he's just making
How
stuff
many was
up.
it?
No, here's the thing about this. I was reading about it. And there are actually a lot of rules. This was an existing record, and there's some very complicated regulations on this.
He started off by saying the record was way harder than it seemed.
There's a controversy about whether or not your arm can be over a certain line. Nerds are arguing about this.
Jonathan Hollywood Hannon covering his head in Barbasol foam sculpted into the shape of a bowl to catch ping pong balls tossed by Rush.
Oh, I see.
From 6.5 feet away. Rush said that they'd been attempting this record for months. And finally perfected their technique to get 29 stuck in the foam.
Now, here's a picture. The guy looks like he has a chef's hat on.
Yes.
One of those hats that goes up and puffs out.
And it has the little
But
thing
it's
at the
made
top.
of shaving foam. And then the trick is he has to be heaving the ping pong balls into his head. And he's pretty far back. And
6.5 feet.
And this is all, it's filmed from several angles. They're all socially distanced. And does this guy spend any time with his wife?
I don't think so.
Guinness, you can say no.
Yeah, exactly.
Not everything has to be a
You
record.
have to make everything up.
This is an existing record that he's.
It was an existing record.
Yes. And is he going to have the world record for the most world records?
Well, that's what he's trying to do.
Will he stop? I'll root for him if he promises to stop after he breaks that record.
Can you imagine this guy in a Chuck E. Cheese?
No.
his skill set, he'd just be killing it. He'd be the first guy to win that boom box they've had up there since 1979. You know, the one with all the dust on it.
Oh, the dual tape deck?
Yeah.
Remember, if he does that, so what?
All right. Well, thank you, David Rush. He's doing it for a good cause now. Is that sports?
Yep, that's
okay.
sports.
We finally completed our task.
Yes, we
and
did.
We have finished everything.
Move on to the
world of
next
sports.
level. Wherever you go, whatever you do.
Couple reminders here.
Be a good sport.
You got some cool stuff going on. You want to win yourself a pair of Raycon earbuds, the best earbuds out there, half the price of those white ones that keep falling out of your ears. Go to bobandtom.com/contest. By the way, grab the Bob and Tom app. It's free. And you can have some fun, and it makes winning a lot easier. Also, I keep forgetting to mention this. We have a little store that sells T-shirts and hats and stuff, and all that money is going to this Feed America program, which is really vital right now. And you can always just do a direct donation, by the way. Just go to radiocares.org or the Feeding America Emergency Radiothon or the Feeding America Fund and make a donation. But if you're interested in one of our shirts or hats, that's where the money's going. So feel free to go grab one. And I guess there was this weird story. Some Japanese or Korean pop star. Remember this?
Oh, it was a Japanese pop star was wearing our sweatshirt.
Like in the Japanese version of NSYNC was wearing one of our T-shirts, and so it went viral or whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to be printing those on T-shirts now because people really like them for whatever reason. And anyway, if you want to grab one of those, they'll be out in a couple of days or a few days. Did I get that right?
Yes.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
That's all right.
Thank you very much.
We're used to it.
Check it out, the Bob and Tom store. Now,
you sound like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's the important
I know
thing.
Mr. Spangler. Somebody mentioned it during our Zoom meeting.
I think it was Jessica Alsman, but...
So someone without a beard. Okay, good. Christy, what do you got over there?
A grocery store in St. Louis, Missouri has turned its salad bar into a booze buffet.
Really?
A photo.
Everybody shut up.
A photo to Facebook shows the salad bar at, is it Dierberg's?
It is Dierberg's, yeah.
Dierberg's Market's overflowing with tiny bottles of alcohol. According to a sign posted to the bar, the little liquor bottles sell for 99 cents each.
Josh, have you ever seen a salad bar?
Yeah.
Up close?
I see what you're doing. Wait a minute. Is it one of those lettuce troughs? Who goes to those?
Salad bars are for hamburger meat and burritos and banana pudding.
I can tell you where I was sitting the first time I heard someone say, the sneeze shield. And that just about killed salad bars for me.
What
the
happened?
Dierberg salad bar is awesome.
Remember the salad bar explosion? Wendy's had one. I mean,
everybody had one.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were big.
They've gone away.
There's one good one.
There is still one good
Ruby
one.
Tuesday.
I agree.
Tuesdays,
It's still good.
And
The
always-
plates are too small. But
But they are.
yeah.
Well, that
always reminded me of that. What is it called at the state fair? That spin art. Remember?
Oh yeah.
When you remember that they'd have
Where
this
they get the French and the French and the ranch
spinning disc,
dressing.
and you'd spin on the colors when you'd get to the end and some jackass put the French dressing ladle in the ranch.
Yeah, jerk.
And of course, once again, if I were ever president, one of the first things I would enact would be blue cheese dressing has to be dyed blue, so you never inadvertently ruin a salad by putting blue cheese dressing on it instead of ranch.
I could see that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because I don't eat either of those, but I could see where it'd be.
Of course, you
I
you
put a
prefer
little
your-
lemon juice on it.
your lettuce, just nice.
I like it
plain.
dry. I do. I like it plain.
Dry salad.
I remember where I was when I was having lunch with that woman, and she said, and I'll have a baked potato dry. That's what she said.
That's easier to choke down than a dry salad.
That's very good.
Ugh.
All right, whatever.
Do you suppose the days of blowing out candles at birthday parties, are those over?
Man, that's an excellent question. For a while, I'd say.
Yeah, maybe they'll have to get those. What are those things called, Christy, that they use in churches where they walk up to the candle and they snuff them out with that bell thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they're snuffers.
Bell snuffers?
Yeah. Candle snuffer.
Candle snuffer?
Uh-huh.
Google that. Let's see if we can find one when we
Oh,
come
you
back.
can get those easily.
Altar boys are in charge of that.
Okay, all right. Well, we're coming right back. Christy, give me the teaser.
Well, coming up, we get to hear from your other son because we have a Tiger King update.
Oh.
Yeah, and we have toilets in the news.
Oh.
We have a mysterious flushing in the Supreme Court.
They're not closing those down, are they?
No.
But that'd be rough.
No.
We'll be right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Don't forget, Bob and Tom tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Just head on over to the YouTube channel. Subscribe today. That's free. And you can be watching Bob and Tom tonight. 20 minutes of video highlights of today's Bob and Tom show. Bob and Tom tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. There you have it. More coming up on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Defense Secretary Mark Esper is taking new steps to highlight and defend a Pentagon approach to fighting the coronavirus pandemic that some Democrats have criticized as slow and disjointed. He will be flying to the headquarters of U.S. Northern Command in Colorado Springs, Colorado, to meet with General Terrence O'Shaughnessy, who is spearheading the military's support for civilian agencies combating the virus. And you may be used to airlines charging for checked bags, extra legroom, etc., but Frontier Airlines is getting some serious blowback for planning to charge passengers extra to sit next to a middle empty seat. The plan was grounded after some congressional Democrats accused the airline of trying to profit off COVID-19 fears. Frontier has backed off and says it won't charge for spacing passengers and will block middle seats from being sold. Was it a flush? We may never know. A sound interrupted part of yesterday's phoned-in oral arguments before the Supreme Court. On the audio, heard live, Justice Elena Kagan asked a question of one of the attorneys. During the answer, there was a noise that sounded very much like a flushing toilet. But we'll probably never know what happened. The court didn't say what the sound was or if it was a toilet or who might have flushed it. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Take the Wiener Man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Take the Wiener Man. Late at night when the bars are closing, alcohol takes its toll and the drinkers need their favorite vendor. A tasty treat of sausage splendor. Little man behind the car, police can't catch him because he's way too smart. The smell of mustard and a big umbrella, hot dog man's got the perfect cover. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attack of the Wiener Man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attacking the Wiener Man. Oh, yeah. He waits out patient out in the street. All the hunters want to sample the meat. He can't help but relish the fact the footlong keeps you coming back. Once you're feeling safe and cool, that's when the Wiener Man makes his move. You can't scream when your mouth is full.
6:03 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee has the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine today, high near 70. Rain tonight down to 48. Morning showers, windy and partly cloudy in the afternoon on Friday, high 51. 45 right now.
And then again, the long-term forecast.
Saturday, sunshine and 55. And then Sunday, Mother's Day, we have rain in the forecast and a high of 58, which kind of screws up my plans.
Well, let's hope that changes.
Yeah.
Who are they to tell us what's going to happen, huh?
Yeah. Eat outside when it's raining, but go ahead.
Okay.
Well, you can have soup.
It's affecting Christy. It's about time we do something.
That's right.
Thank you very much. Be listening for your shot at $1,000 coming up sometime this hour. It'll happen several times.
I was going to take my mom to brunch on Sunday.
Oh, chick.
Why aren't
Come
you?
on.
Oh, she's dead.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that pretty much takes the wind out of the sails.
Well, Tom and I were going to double date.
Oh, okay, that's great.
Do you think you would recognize your mom today?
Today?
If you saw her corpse.
Oh, a corpse?
Yeah. You think you would say, oh, that's my mother?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Was she buried in her go-go boots?
Just her go-go boots, nothing else. Okay. Yeah, that's how we know for sure it was her.
See, you can't have it both ways. You can't be obviously shocked and then add to it. You can't. You can't do it.
Nice boot.
I'm sorry.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show, I think. Let's see now.
Hey, you know, we're on YouTube.
That's right. And we got Jess Hooker apparently arguing with our listeners.
No, she's...
Oh, sorry.
She's live chatting with him.
Okay.
Who would argue with Jess?
Saying hi.
Well...
Can I take this one? Let's see now. Where are we? This is the 7th of May, 2020. The quarantine continues. We are here. Happy to be here. We're in the big room on the Bob and Tom Show with our engineer, Ace Cosby. And, of course, Ace is the proprietor of the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day, which is seconds away. Chick McGee's across the way, of course, at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Check out Crazy Cock Wine. Tell your liquor store, would you start carrying the Crazy Cock? What are you playing, jacks over there?
Okay, you can hear this?
He's bouncing a golf ball.
I wanted to bounce a golf ball. I didn't know you
Why
could
don't
hear
you cram it up your rear and then
He's
we'll
a
talk,
fidgeter.
okay? What the hell are you doing? I got
You
a
think
show
you could
to do here.
accommodate a golf ball? You think you could do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, any of us could.
Well, there we go. It's the golf ball challenge for TikTok.
All right.
Yeah, cram one in your keister.
Biggest thing you can accommodate your behind. What do you think?
Yeah.
Golf ball? Softball?
No.
Baseball. Baseball be next.
I bet the average anus could accommodate a baseball.
Without any tear.
No.
Yeah, but how would you get it out?
Well, you'd have to
You'd have to have one of those.
9 wood.
You'd have to secure.
How about a tether ball? It's got a string on it. What the hell's wrong with you?
10-pound test.
Okay, where was I? I was trying to. Oh God, Christy Lee's right next door. I can see her in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. The news is coming up. Mr. Pat Godwin is on 2 screens over there. It's like being in a sports bar.
It's like being in.
Stop.
No, it's like being in hell. That's what it's like.
I didn't ask for this.
It's the waiting room in hell.
But right now, ladies and gentlemen, our friend Steven Singer. You'll find him at IHateStevenSinger.com for the finest jewelry. It's the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day.
More informational.
Okay.
What is the Hershey bar and the cookie and the marshmallow? How do they communicate?
I already know this.
Morse code.
That's good.
Morse code.
Western nudist.
I knew he was going to do this.
Thank you very much, Ace Cosby. Now, where were we? Newsroom. What do you got, Christy?
Was it a flush? We may never know, but a sound interrupted part of yesterday's phoned-in oral arguments before the Supreme Court.
Oh, really?
I've got the audio.
On the audio, heard live, Justice Elena Kagan asked a question of an attorney, and during the answer, there was a noise that sounded very much like a flushing toilet.
Love it. Here we go.
Maybe they're going to be saying, hey, call your congressman and change these laws that apply to banks. And what the FCC has said is that when the subject matter of the call ranges to the topic,
undeniable,
transformed, and it's a call that would have been allowed and it's no longer allowed.
We'll probably never know what happened. The court wouldn't say what the sound was, or who might have flushed it. That's definitely a toilet.
Yeah,
come on.
This is one of the. It's like that scene from what is it? What movie where the guy leaves the mic on and goes
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun. Yeah, that's what's going on there.
That's the fabulous know how silly we think having a queen is. Speak.
Right. Yeah.
Make sure you mute your phone.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg wasn't available to come to court, so Larry King went in drag. And no one noticed.
You know what? Think about that for a minute. That's pretty good. Put those two side by side.
Yeah.
Separated at birth.
Yeah.
There is happy news. She was released from the hospital.
Oh, good.
But this also leads
This
me
time.
to stop it.
Wow. It's getting kind of a dark day here.
Yeah, and I need to apologize to Chick. That was very
What
off
was?
air or during
Oh.
the. I
No,
said
no, no,
something
no.
I
The
shouldn't.
Mother's Day
Kidding?
comment?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was very funny.
Yeah, but hey, a recently listed studio apartment in Australia, speaking of toilets, has one in the kitchen.
Really?
Oh, it'd be handy for you, Christy. You could just bypass eating the food and after with the way you cook.
Get that
pesky your
eating
daughters could just scrape it right in there,
Hey.
bypass the middleman.
Photos of the apartment in the Sydney suburb of Surrey Hills show the tiled bathroom is just a few feet away from the kitchen. Partially frosted glass walls with an open space in the middle separate the bathroom from the kitchen, though the glass panes facing the bedroom and lounge area offer a clear view to the shower, toilet, and bidet sprayer.
How about
with
that?
the toilet facing directly at the bed.
Bidet, mate.
The apartment will set you back $245 a week or $980 a month with 2 weeks free. Property manager Emma Matsuo said the unique property has garnered reasonable interest despite the pandemic. The listing states, quote, if you're looking for a city chic pad to come home to, then look no further.
That's going to be awfully awkward.
Yeah, as long as you live
You know,
alone,
Josh,
it'd be okay.
you get back to your place and you brought along one of these ladies that you surround yourself with. And, excuse me, dear, I've got
I have a powder room that's
drop a deuce right here in front of you.
Josh, my powder room's pretty close to the kitchen. I mean, it's not that far away. Yeah.
But this is in the kitchen. There's a toilet.
Yeah, that's
You have a door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no door here.
No, that's no good.
It's like prison.
Yeah, exactly. Not appealing at all. Now, since this show took a very dark turn, a few minutes ago,
morning,
I thought we would feature something that
Is dark or lightens the mood?
Well, I don't know.
As long as we're here.
Yeah, let's wallow in it.
Can you grab the Kevin Meaney piece that we featured earlier this morning? This is
so funny.
This is an obscure request. We dug around and found this. And again, the key to understanding this is that this is at the end of our show one day. And what was happening is we have a sort of a computer clock, and we have to be concluded by this time or it screws everything up. So we're kind of in a rush. And comedian Kevin Meaney was here with us, and we got talking about something, and it takes a rather odd turn. So just give this a careful listen. Now, I'm not trying to overstate this, but you mentioned that you enjoy a cocktail now and then.
Yes. Who doesn't?
Did you hear about the guy that did 56 shots?
Oh, that's a little bit too much.
Well, he's dead now, right?
That's 56 ounces of alcohol.
Did he die?
Yeah.
Well,
Of course he had to die.
Had to.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lawsuit now.
When I was a kid, probably about 15 or 16, one of our friends, Danny, I won't say his last name, he took a bottle of vodka and drank the whole thing down in front of us. You know, just like, watch this, guys, and just downed it, and then he passed out.
Yikes.
And then we put him in the car, and we drove him to his house and threw him on his front, knocked on the door and threw him on the front lawn. And his mother comes out, what did you do to my kid? He didn't do anything. He's crazy, you know. And
how's he doing these days?
He's dead.
Oh,
Time now for things you learned. Today's Bob and Tom Show.
That's like a chick story.
Did he die that night?
No, he did not die that night. No, he hung himself a few years later.
Oh, my God. Show's over.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry, everybody. I feel terrible now. What a
Meaney, everybody.
What horrible. You brought me down memory lane.
Oh, there you go. Wow.
That was really something.
Here's the story, by the way. The guy that did the 56 shots, it was a bar that had a sign up as to who had done the most shots on site.
Ooh.
And
he wanted his name up there, huh?
That's 7 8-ounce glasses of alcohol.
That's oh my gosh.
No, the guy was rushed to a hospital after doing the 56 shots and died the next day.
God.
Yeah.
Can't do that, kids. Do not do that.
Don't do that.
The bartender was only banned from working at a bar for 1 year.
Oh, okay.
So
all right.
I don't know if they took the sign down or not, but that's according to Time Magazine. Thank you very much. Now, let's get back to the action. Christy, give me the teaser. What's coming up?
Well, we have a Tiger King update. We have Murder Hornet update. We have a puppy that swallowed a fork. We have peacocks in the news. We have a cow attacking cars and more.
And comedian Al Jackson coming up next.
Oh.
So we're going to have the Al Jackson on one TV and Pat Godwin on the other. In the meantime, I want to tell you about my friends at Harry's Razors. A couple guys with a great idea a few years ago, and 10 million guys have joined the club because they're getting a great shave. And Harry's has now come up with the greatest idea ever to get you to give Harry's a shot, because as you know, the razors are great. They make the steel in Germany at a factory that's been making razor blades. I believe it's 98 years now, and you can try Harry's for $3. That's all there is to it. This is a simple offer. You get the razor, the weighted handle, the foaming shave gel, the travel cover for $3 plus free shipping. Josh, how much is the shipping?
The free shipping is free.
There you go. Now the point of this is you don't have to go in the drugstore. You don't have to get behind the guy that's. I just came for some Kleenex, sneezing everywhere. Oh. You don't have to be behind, what's his name again? A Snorty McSnot.
Hacky Mc...
Hacky McPlague.
Wet lung.
Okay. Because Harry's sends them right to your house. Harry's, this amazing offer. Once again, new customers get $5 off that trial set, so you fork over $3, and Harry sends it to you with free shipping. All you got to do is go to harrys.com. That code is Bob and Tom. Harry's cuts out the middleman. You'll save when those refill blades are about $2. About $2 a piece, about half what the other ones cost. And it's a terrific razor. They've really done some great job with the design of this razor. You know, sometimes you get like you something just feels right. You get on a bicycle and it's just, this is the right feel. Or you get in a car and go, God, this is just the right seat. Oh. With Harry's, it's the handle. They got it weighted, perfect design, ergonomically correct. I know you're going to love it. $3. Free shipping. You go to harrys.com, try the Harry's system. I think you're going to really like it. Harrys.com. Once again, the most important thing is that code, Bob and Tom.
And coming up, more of this.
This portion of the Queen's American Goodwill Tour, our
That's right, Frank Drebin, when we come back.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 27 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time that saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Rolling through a Thursday morning. It's the 7th of May. Al Jackson. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you're having a great morning. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The coronavirus pandemic has caused lots of us to do things past generations used to do regularly, like spend time with the family more, eat at home. And the folks who set up the Tribeca Film Festival are looking to add another old-school activity, going to the drive-in theater. Tribeca Enterprises is hooking up with IMAX and AT&T to have movies shown at existing drive-in theaters or at what it calls other exclusive venues. The first of that event is set for June 25th. Tribeca says it won't be just movies. It says that summer programming will include music and sporting events. Lady Gaga's Chromatica album will now come out on May 29th. It had been delayed from its original release date of April 10th because of the coronavirus outbreak. The album will include collaborations with Elton John, Ariana Grande, and the K-pop group Blackpink. Fans will not only be able to get it in the usual formats, but also in vinyl. And guitarist Steve Hackett writing a book explaining just why he left Genesis and his hesitation to join the band to begin with. Hackett's autobiography, A Genesis in My Bed, comes out in July. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom. I own a 3-foot ruler.
Oh.
Wow.
Got it at a yard sale.
Makes sense.
That's almost not worth the energy to laugh at.
Bob and Tom mornings and highlights replayed all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Ken Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
Here, boy. Come on. Come on. Come on. My dog's been talking to me. And I ain't wild about the conversation. He was originally contracted as a sweet but loyal mute. Now he's turned into a speechifying yakety-galoot. And I gotta tell you folks, I don't know what it was I expected. But his choice of subjects is what really stinks. The way he talks about cats and squirrels, it sets your ears to ring. And don't you get him started on that spay and neuter thing. You know, you can only just hear so much about marking territory technique and such. Hey, quit looking at me, buddy. Anybody can see that my dog's been talking to me. Now he don't like that dry dog food, no matter how clean his teeth it will make. Well, he would rather snack from a hefty sack and then brush with a fluoride paste. Sit. I said sit. What do you mean you got a lawyer? I said sit.
8:19 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine, look for a high near 70. Rain tonight down to 48. Morning showers, windy, partly cloudy Friday afternoon. High 51. Currently 46 degrees.
Thank you very much, Christy. Now, tonight, Chick, the NFL schedule officially.
8 o'clock Eastern on ESPN, they'll release the 2020 NFL schedule.
And it's a 3-hour show?
3-hour show.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Tonight on ESPN.
So obviously it'll be a lot of highlights of various teams and what's going on.
Let's try not to break down what's going to be on. That's a losing battle, Tom.
Okay, well, what I thought I would do here is go back in time a little bit. And
even the Browns will be mentioned.
Feature number 18, Indianapolis Colts. Just a little taste of the great Peyton Manning days.
Number 18, Peyton's making the call. 18, Peyton's throwing the ball. 18.
Now, when Alice Cooper does that now, he does 80. And McCartney sings When I Was 64. Going back a ways. See, times change. People age. Yeah. It'll happen to the best of us. I want to remind you that we've got Free Gas Friday coming up tomorrow. All the details are at Q95.com, fueled by the convenience stores of Speedway and Chapman Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. Find out who's eligible for some free gas. You'll see what I'm talking about. Now, also coming up, comedian Al Jackson in a matter of seconds. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back today, the 7th of May, 2020. The quarantine continues. Happy to be here. I look around the room and I see the very handsome...
Me?
God, no one picks up on it. It's unbelievable.
Too humble for that.
Gave you guys a really good chance.
We let him go ahead, man. Go, man. Go.
Okay, I'll start with the TV screens. On my left, I see Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Elsewhere in the building, but he's on the tube. Then I see Al Jackson rocking it with some headphones.
Hello.
Al Jackson calling from Denver, Colorado. It's good to see you, Al. We're on the YouTube, and you can see Al. And then I go to Ace Cosby has taken off his traditional baseball cap and has on some kind of a, what is that called?
Got my new do-rag.
A do-rag.
Oh, look at that.
Boy, oh boy.
Wow.
Is that the name? Is that
Yeah, D-U-R-A-G is the...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and there's one over here for me. Okay,
Oh,
good.
you're
we've
going to
all,
put that
we've all
on?
got them.
Okay.
I guess mine got lost.
Oh, there, Al's putting his on now. Okay. Oh, you tie it in the back. A lot of NFL guys wear these.
The tails are pretty long on these.
Yeah,
You wrap them, huh?
A lot of NFL guys wear these, primarily from the African-American community. Do any white dudes wear these in the NFL?
Boy, I'd like to see
Eminem has worn.
Aren't you going to try it on,
before.
Tom?
Yeah, Tom.
Well, give me a
Tom.
second here. Let me finish the introductions here. Chick McGee at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. The soon-to-be-named chair, the sidekick chair with with Josh Arnold over there. An elaborate do-rag thing going on with Al. This is Tom speaking. And Christy Lee, of course, as I mentioned, at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Al, what's the latest? What's happening?
Life is good here in Denver, Tom. Thursdays is our milk delivery day. I've gone back to the 1950s.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, I get milk delivered, and it's like, in these crazy times, something to look forward to. Like, you need the little things. I think that's why Amazon's so important. It's like a little baby Christmas every day.
I know. What kind of milk do you get? Do you get like half and half or skim? What?
I got to get the oatmeal. You know, your boy is lactose intolerant. The milk does not sit well with me. There'll be no Daily Plans Live if I have milk. So we do the oat milk, which is, who would have ever thought, like, how good oat and almond milk is? It's weird.
Yeah, I'm a milk guy. I don't have the issues, so I enjoy regular.
Now, can you drink just a glass of milk, Tom? Just a glass of milk?
I typically drink coffee with half and half in it. That's my favorite from actual dairy cows, supporting the great farmers and dairy farmers in the USA.
Yeah, we got too far away from farms, and then this whole phrase like farm to table came back, and then you have a steak or some food or lamb from a farm that's down the street, and you're like, oh, never again. I'm only doing this now. Farm to table, like stuff fresh from a farm.
It's amazing.
Is the way to go.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is. It's a real difference.
Yeah, but I'm a big regular milk guy. Yeah, absolutely. I like. Do you eat cereal? Do you put cereal?
You know what? I think I whatever. I'm sure there's a term for that psychologists use in terms of like scarring yourself. But before lactose intolerant was a phrase, I would have cereal in the morning and get on the school bus and have a crazy stomach ache. And it happened for like a year. So then, like, I think I associate cereal with that. And I know I can still have cereal, but I got so out of the habit. So I just was eating shredded mini wheats because you don't need milk with toast.
Oh, those are good.
I was like a 71-year-old. Not even the frosted ones. I was just eating the ones that were just wheat, like wicker furniture.
Yeah. Oh, no, you got to go with the frosted mini wheats. Those are the
I know.
best.
I didn't realize.
They're like candy.
You're aware of Tom's process for eating shredded wheat, Al?
Tom, I need to hear it, Chicky.
Yeah, Tom.
Well, if you get the big shredded wheat, you have to put it in a baggie, and then you take one of those hammers, those kitchen hammers,
meat tenderizing hammer,
and you bash it in the thing. So that way, when you can't.
Was that to intimidate your family members? Why would you do that?
No, I do that all the time.
You're sending a message.
Yeah. And then to add a little extra flavor and joy, what do you mix your shredded wheat with? What other cereal?
Grape nuts.
Grape nuts.
Oh my goodness, Tom.
Well, just throw some.
Is this more of an intervention, chick?
Yeah. Bits of glass in there.
Yeah, I always, Alice, since you live in Denver, you know what snow is like. I always carry a box of grape nuts in my car in case I get stuck in the ice. Sprinkle that back there and
practicing to be a woodchuck in case the housing market collapses. Why are you eating grape nuts? I never understood that.
Yeah, I love grape.
I love grape nuts
When I was a kid,
too,
if I didn't eat what my mom made at dinner, I had to have cereal. So I would always have Rice Krispies, which I can no longer eat because I had them every night for years.
Oh yeah,
but I'm a big cereal fan, big milk guy too.
Does anybody there have a food that they ate so much once they got sick and can't eat it anymore? I did that with jelly beans. Like, I got a bag of jelly beans when I was probably 10 or 11, and no one in my family knew I had it. And I scarfed them down before I could be discovered, and I threw them up, and I could never eat them again.
Yeah,
I can't have jelly beans.
You give yourself a taste aversion. I did it with hot damn.
I did it with peppermint schnapps. That's where I was going.
I was going to say, for me, it was gin.
Yeah.
Oh, gin.
Yeah.
Never again. Jägermeister for you.
Doug Stanhope had that great joke where he said, "That's how I'm going to stop drinking. Is I'm just going to go through all the liquors and get sick from them."
That'll probably work. Our guest is comedian Al Jackson. He is featured on The Daily Blast. And now, are you back in studio, or are you doing it from your house again?
Tommy, we were back in studio starting this Monday. It was cool. It was weird. I mean, I think everybody, here's a little good news and there's something to be ready for. We are coming out of this, but it's going to be a little weird, man. Just going back to the studio. It's just like, there's not many people there. You're not in your house. And I mean, we've been in our house for 60 days now. So it's kind of just like everything's a little weird, but it's a good kind of weird.
Okay.
Well, good. It will be great to be in. We've been lucky enough to be in our studio because it's big enough that we can socially separate, and then we've exiled Christy and Pat.
Yes.
To
Let me see Christy's
spaces.
outfit so I can tell you what she looks like today. Christy looks like a social worker that really looks out for black kids. She's like, look, he's a good kid, all right? Just let him, give him another chance.
I'm trying to get used to
a blindside poster in her office.
I'm trying to get used to Ace with the do-rag on.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. You can see his face. I like it a lot.
Ace, it works.
It has kind of a chic of Araby thing going too. Because in the back,
it does a little bit.
Because in the back, it's got the thing where
real
it's
long.
tied and.
I really wish you'd try it on.
We're
Tom.
being told by Jess Hooker, our correspondent who's live chatting on YouTube, that people are exploding. They want to see Tom put on the do-rag.
I gotta,
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yes.
It's in a. I gotta.
Of course we do.
Hang on a second. I gotta cut.
Ratings
Tom
go,
has
Tom.
his
Ratings
sewing
go.
scissors.
Okay, now do I
There
need
we
directions
go.
to put this on, Al?
Ace and I will walk you through it. All right, you're gonna have to remove the hat. There you go. Okay,
He hasn't got the package open yet. Hang on.
got the
Okay, I got
package.
the package open.
This does seem somewhat complicated.
All right, he's got this. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Here.
Now just
It's,
put the crown of it on the top of your head, and
Got some
just
long
let the sides hang down.
Do you? Oh, you put your head through it like a hood?
Just put it on top of your head, just like a hood. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
The two
Just like in the hood.
Front, yeah, the hang downs are the front, I think.
Ace, there you go. All right, so there you go, Tom. So now,
Yes, you do.
Tom, take it.
Already amazing.
You look like a grandmother.
Yeah, wonderful.
So now you want to tie? There you go.
There you go.
Yes. Now do one lap around your head.
Oh, this is
There you
excellent.
How does
There
that-
you go.
Oh, there you
better.
go.
That's
That's it.
Tremendous.
Tom, you're doing it.
Eminem's dead.
Can I just put like braids down?
Sure, you
Yeah,
can
put the
do
headphones
that.
on. Hell with it.
Is that cool?
Oh, yeah.
Tom, that's really good.
Oh, that's great.
Now, would I get the crap beaten out of me if I wore this anywhere?
It gives
No,
you.
because everybody be like, you're crazy.
Yeah,
like,
you got an edge. I like the edge. Yeah.
Yeah, no one would mess with you.
Really?
No. They go, look at this maniac.
Because
Well,
now,
now that
Al,
you put the glasses on.
Al, I have a swim cap that I wear
It looks very
that
similar.
looks just like this.
They'd call
Yeah,
you.
but it's not that.
They'd call you the wizard now. Hey, man, don't mess with the wizard, man.
Really? Is this cool?
No, that's a different kind of hood, chick.
Wasn't okay.
Oh, boy.
No, seriously, Al, yours kind of looks like a beret, Al.
Now, I kind of, mine is tied up in the back. Mine got caught here. But see how it can
There you
dangle
go.
on the back like that?
No, but seriously, Al, if I wore this downtown, would I get the crap beaten out of me?
No, you would get some looks though, but they would be like, there's a reason he's confident enough to wear that. They'd be like, he's got some connections.
They would.
It'd be like Breaking Bad and Indy. Yeah.
This isn't like a narc look.
No, no narc would do that. If they wanted to see day 2.
Okay. Now Josh is putting it on. Oh yeah, that is a good look.
See, Josh knows black culture, so I think he's going to get that. But Tom, yours is fitting really nicely around your head.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Tom?
Yes.
Look at this guy walking down the street in a do-rag, rag, and a do-rag, rag. He's gonna get his ass beat in that do-rag, rag, the do-rag, rag. All right, I'm done.
Oh, you guys look great. Look at this. We have our own little gang.
Yeah.
It's pretty comfortable. You'll get used to it, and then you'll get nice waves in your hair if you have
Feels
black,
good.
kinky hair.
Yeah.
it's
Keep your head
I'm
warm.
afraid Josh looks like a guy who is having some issues, and they brought him to the locker room to meet the team. Let's see, a chick. Let's see with the do-rag.
What do you think?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
You kind of can pull it off.
Yeah. I wanted one of those Kangol hats, Sam Jackson
Sure.
hats. I got one.
sure.
I wear it at home by myself a lot, but I love it.
Why don't you wear it here? I'd like to see it.
I'm chicken. Chicken. Won't do it. No. You only wear
Man,
it.
let me tell you something about that. I used to have articles of clothing that I would wear around the house that I liked, but I was just like, dude, I don't know if you guys started to see the pictures of me wearing a romper and wearing ridiculous hats. Like, just wear it.
Yeah.
Just
Own it.
Just, I'm telling you, man. Like, if you just have the confidence, you will pull it off. Man.
Exactly.
I told you, Chick looks like a guy that hits on black women at jazz clubs.
Well, I do that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
He could pull it off if you just got that swagger, man. I'm telling, just do it one Saturday. Once everybody's out and having a good time, no one's mad when they see a Kango hat.
No.
No, it makes
God,
them
no.
smile, right? They
Now,
smile.
certainly, we'll be accused of cultural appropriation. How do we react to that? What's our best defense?
You just say, this is what I like. This is what I rock. I'm not mocking it. I've always liked Kangos. I always liked Sam Jackson in it. I look up to him. I look up to his sense of style, and this is how I'm rocking it. So back up off me. Cultural appropriation would be like if you had the dreadlocks hanging out of it, like you would get when you went on vacation at Jamaica. Like that's not
Sure. No, I totally get it.
Just rocking a Kango hat is fine. Like,
right, but it's become one of those things that some people just like to cry.
Those are just people that are just looking for something to do on the internet. And I heard Patton Oswalt say one time, he's like, of all the hate I get on Twitter and all that kind of stuff, those people are never at my shows. No one's ever confronted me. All the people that those people are not real, man. Those people are in their basement tweeting away while the rest of us live real life. So don't let that dissuade you from rocking that Kango. Get a red one, damn it.
Yeah.
I could get another one of these and put it around my face as a safety mask.
Sure.
And I would look like a woman in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, you would.
Yes.
You know, this might start coming because we can't get our hair cut. Maybe this will become a thing for everybody.
Well, I looked at the package
do-rags.
this do-rag came in, Al, and apparently this is designed to train your hair.
Train it to do what?
It says
gives your hair waves. If you wear see, the thing is, I don't know if I even have mine because I didn't sleep with mine last night. But like it pushes your hair forward and makes it lay down.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you can see it that well, but
Al's going to have to push my hair forward from just above my neckline.
You got to wear it a lot, Tom.
Okay, Al, we got to do a real rapid quiz here. Do you have any questions for me?
Of course I do. And Tom, I actually have a couple because you've been getting so good with the vocab. I have 2 sentences I want you to break down for me. Okay. All right. Here's the first one. Tom, I crept over there thinking she was going to be a deuce, but she was a dime. Unfortunately, I shot an airball Cialis.
Okay, I know the last part. I'm assuming an airball Cialis means you took the erectile dysfunction drug, but it turned out she was not available. Is that correct?
That's right.
Now, what's the first part? You thought she was going to be a deuce.
I crept over there thinking she was going to be a deuce, but she was a dime.
Boy, the dime thing is troubling.
Oh, I have a guess.
You got this.
Think about that.
You thought she was going to be
a
deuce.
But she turned out to be a dime.
Yeah. It's a good thing.
Yeah. So you thought she was going to be a not extraordinarily attractive 2, but she turned out to be a 10.
Exactly.
Yes.
But then why didn't the Viagra or the Cialis pay off?
Well, just because sometimes they're not with it. And you take it, anticipate that they will be, but then you're like, oh, we're really just watching Netflix and chilling. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. So say it again, the phrase, please.
All right. Tom, I crept over there thinking she was going to be a deuce, but she was a dime. But unfortunately, I still shot an airball Cialis.
An airball Cialis. That sounds like a team name.
It's such a great term.
Well, why crept? Does that mean you went? You had to walk?
No. Think about that. That's another word we need to break down.
Right.
What's creeping? TLC had a song about it.
On the sly.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Tom, you're getting this.
So this would be, as you term it, Al, your side piece.
You probably have to creep over to your side piece if you don't want to be recognized. People are, everybody's got a phone now. You got to creep now.
Or a would-be side piece. I could disguise myself by putting on this do-rag.
I was going to say, I think the do-rag is affecting your hip-hop.
Yeah, Tom is really getting.
Well, I am going to have a friend of mine do some so-called drop-ins for those little audio things where he goes, Bob and Tom. In the trunk, baby.
Yeah.
I learned that from you, Al.
It started as a game and it's taken over your life.
Yes.
Tom, you got time for one more sentence?
I do. Go ahead.
All right, let's do this. Tom, I was hanging out in the neighborhood. I rarely do. Showed a face card and immediately it made me a mark. So I dipped.
Whoa. There's a lot going on here.
Mm-hmm.
What's the last part? You dipped?
I dipped.
Okay, this is not traditional dipping with tobacco products, obviously.
This is not.
Okay.
We dip.
Okay, give me the first part again. You're in the neighborhood. You don't go into.
I was hanging out in a neighborhood I never hang out in. And,
right.
I showed a face card, and it immediately made me a mark. So I dipped.
Okay. Does this have racial implications?
No.
Okay. Showed a face card.
Yeah.
That would be a high value card. Right.
Go with high value and take card out of there.
Right.
Help me here, Josh. I've lost.
You may have flashed a $100 bill. And
Yes, sir.
It made you the potential victim of a robbery, so you left.
Yeah.
Yes. Jesus, Josh. That was perfect.
Gosh, Josh.
That was perfect.
You're right. It's the do-rag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The do-rag has changed your lives.
Why the phrase dipped?
Dip just means you dipped out. Yeah, you just left.
Left.
Okay, you dipped out.
Yeah.
I preferred my dip with chips.
Oh, saying something like that would also make you a mark, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Look at old French onion over here. Robin Blind.
Now, this do-rag thing, have you ever noticed, I think we could maybe, do they make do-rags with logos on them?
Some do. I've seen some that say like Adidas and stuff in the front.
Because we could get one for Donnie Baker, and it would say Mountain Dew Rag.
Ooh, that's a good one. Let's customize that.
You could put Bob and Tom on the front.
Yeah, that might be a little rough.
Yeah.
I bet we'd sell 5.
I think there are quite a few people that will represent in the black community for us.
So do the deuce thing again for me. How does that go again? I thought she was a deuce, but she was a
I crept over there thinking she was going to be a deuce, but she was a dime. Unfortunately, I still shot an airball Cialis.
Wow, airball Cialis.
You know what you need to do? Go home today, and when you see your girlfriend, go, "What's up, dime?" And see what she says. It's a hell of a compliment.
Wearing the do-rag.
She's a She's a 10. You're just calling her a 10.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
With this thing on.
Yes, absolutely.
If they remade the Dudley Moore movie today, it'd be called Dime.
No kidding.
Yeah, Kevin Hart stars in Dime.
Oh, that's a great idea.
By the way, Al, did you know that Josh is from St. Louis, the home of the great Chuck Berry?
Yeah.
And actually, he didn't care for dimes. He preferred a deuce.
Oh, well.
Al, you are indeed my man, 50 grand.
Hey, I'm proud of you, Tom. You did good today. Good job with the do-rag,
Thank
y'all.
you. And watch Al on the Daily Blast. Google Daily Blast and check out Al on the TV. Thank you very much, Al.
Have a good day.
Okay, hey, this is kind of important. With all the things going on right now, and you're staying home and all this issues with all kinds of stuff in the world of food, how about Omaha Steaks? Right now, Omaha Steaks has their limited time stock up sale. Josh, I know you're an expert on this.
Love it.
The stock up sale is a way for you to stock up on meat, and Omaha Steaks the best. I just had a little burger festival at my place 3 nights ago. Got out the grill, got out the charcoal again. Those delicious Omaha Steak burgers. The trick is you go to omahasteaks.com, enter the code BTS into the search bar, and you can save more than 50% on your order and get free shipping on orders of $69 or more.
That's exactly right.
Now, do you know what's in the stock up boxes, John?
You know I do. World famous Omaha Steaks, premium poultry and pork, tasty, easy to make side dishes, no work family meals for your slow cooker or oven, skillet meals ready in 15 minutes or less, artisan desserts, much, much more.
Yum.
Those jumbo beef franks. Oh my gosh.
Those are the best.
Yeah. Best hot dogs.
My headline is Omaha Steaks. The steaks are great. The hot dogs are from another planet. They are so good. Stock up right now. The stock up box. Remember, if you order more than $69, you get free shipping. And now's the time, man. Got to get some stuff in the freezer for a great summer of. This is the grill season. I'm telling you that. Never been a better time. Omaha Steaks, family-owned company for 100 years. Great people. Visit omahasteaks.com. And remember to type in BTS in the search bar. That helps you, it helps us, and it helps them. BTS, like Bob Tom Show. Omahasteaks.com. You can save as much as 50% in your order with free shipping on orders of $69 or more. Some delicious Omaha Steaks. When we come back, Christy Lee, what do we got?
Well, we still have our Tiger King update. We have murder hornets back in the news.
Oh.
Peacock in the news today.
Okay. Oh, and a song from Pat Godwin. I want to hear it from Pat when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, remember, you could win a pair of E25 Raycon earbuds. Just find the Raycon contest code in the news feed on the Bob and Tom app, then enter that code at bobandtom.com/contest. Increase your odds of winning by entering daily. The Bob and Tom app is free and available in your iTunes or Google Play Store. The everyday E25 Raycon earbuds, their best earbuds yet. See what Chick McGee uses. That's right, Raycon earbuds. You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee from the crazycockwine.com sports desk, and this is your Bob and Tom sports update. The NFL has set protocols for reopening team facilities and has told the 32 teams to have them in place by next Friday. Commissioner Goodell mapped out several phases of protocols in a memo obtained by the Associated Press. The first phase, to deal with the virus, would involve a limited number of non-player personnel. That number initially would be 50% of the non-player employees and up to a total of 75 on any single day being approved to be at the facility. The NBA says some players can voluntarily return to their team practice facilities starting tomorrow amid some very specific conditions. Players can congregate only in places where local and state governments have signed off on such openings. And fans will be allowed to enter baseball stadiums tomorrow for games in Taiwan for the first time this season. It is part of a gradual easing of restrictions amid the pandemic. It's the Chinese Professional Baseball League. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Well, since the hockey season's been postponed, nobody has seen our local Zamboni driver lately.
Oh.
I have a feeling he will resurface eventually.
Bob and Tom mornings and highlights replayed all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, little man, get up out of bed and wipe all the sleep from those eyes. I know that it's late, but we just couldn't wait to tell you our big new surprise. Remember that night about 3 months ago when you walked into Mom and Dad's room? And then how we talked of the birds and the bees and arousal and climax and wounds. Well, 6 months from now, you'll be a big brother. That's right, little tiger, it's true. Mommy and Daddy are making a better version of you. It might be a boy, just like his older brother, but without the flaws holding you down. Or if we are lucky, we could have a girl like we wanted the first time around. Maybe this new person won't wet the bed or bug us for candy and toys. I bet the new you will shut up when we tell them and not make so much friggin' noise. Thanks to the 5 years we've had you to practice on, now we know what not to do. Mommy and Daddy are making a better version of you. Can you imagine the things he'll achieve as a doctor or lawyer or Indian chief? He'll be an astronaut, he'll bring world peace, he will win the World Series and cure all disease. He will be handsome and he will be popular, he will be wealthy and very important, and he will be famous and he will be special, and you get to watch. I said shh.
Oh, sorry. Yep, 8:48 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Don't forget you can win yourself a pair of Raycon earbuds. Go to bobandtom.com.
Hey, bud.
Bobandtom.com/contest. Grab the Bob and Tom app. if you like, which is very simple. You can grab that very easily. Right now, I want to remind everyone that Christy Lee is through the glass in the next room. And Christy, you got a quick forecast?
Q95, Fox 59 weather. Sunshine, high near 70. Rain tonight down to 48. Morning showers and partly cloudy skies. Windy tomorrow, high 51. Right now, 52 degrees.
Okay, thank you very much. You just heard the announcement about a shot at $1,000. Continue listening because that could happen again, perhaps, here on Q95.
It could happen to you.
I said with a certain amount of certainty.
When you're young at heart.
Thank you very much. Also, I want to teach you how to talk to Alexa.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Well, you say, Alexa, would you please play Q95 via iHeartRadio? I'd like to hear the Bob and Tom Show. Thank you very much, Miss Alexa. And now go back to your place and stop listening to everything I say. Be quiet. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Today's date, May 7th, 2020. The quarantine continues. And we just took off our do-rags. Sorry. People seem to like them.
Yeah. How about that?
I'll have to try it in public. Again,
you really wore it well.
You can put one on upside down and it becomes a face mask.
You're going to try that in public?
No.
No, please do.
I'm going to wear my Kangol hat in public.
Yeah, you're going to wear it to work tomorrow. Come on. Come on, chick.
Maybe I will. I like to wear it backwards. Have the kangaroo right on the front.
Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see now. Ace, Chick, Josh, I'm Tom. We're in the big room, socially distanced properly. And then Mr. Pat Godwin is down the hall about 25 yards.
Hey, everybody.
In a different building. We can see him on the TV. And Christy Lee is right next to us, but behind the glass. Everything is safe. Christy, I wanted you to bring back a story because Pat had an interesting song. I thought we could hear. It's about Elon Musk.
Okay.
And Mr. Musk, a couple things in the news. He's making a movie with Tom Cruise. Apparently, they're going to shoot it in space.
They want to do that. They're in negotiations with NASA. They've been talking to people.
But the more interesting story is that he's got a new baby with his girlfriend, and they're naming it like XYZ 450.
XAEA-12.
Boy, oh boy.
But it's pronounced Zaya, apparently.
XAEA-12.
Right.
It's a little boy, of course.
Yeah, it's a little boy.
Why, of course.
Well, wouldn't it start with a Y?
Boy's name.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, X. I get it.
I don't know. I'm making that up. I have no idea. Just why do famous people do that?
His girlfriend Grimes had some real long explanation about elfins and elfin.
Boy, that sounds like a lot of work dealing with that.
Elfin language and
it sure does.
Spy planes and
because XAEA-12 is my password. I don't know if I have to change it now. I think that it's the origin. It's Latin. It means I want to be bullied when I go to school.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah, well.
Now we had a special guest. We had a special guest in the in Pat Godwin's studio. It's what's his name again, Pat?
Hello, I'm Patty Cash.
Patty Cash.
Patty Cash. Patty Cash.
Yes.
Oh. I just got that.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, chick. I'm Patty Cash. All right. Well, my daddy left for Mars when I was 3, and he didn't leave SpaceX to mon me. Just this old Tesla and the keys up on the shelf. I heard he ran off with movie star Tom Cruise. I'd have preferred he crawled into a bottle of booze. This would explain why he named me XAEA-12. Well, it's the year 2525, and thanks to science, I'm still alive. I found a note in that old Tesla addressed to me. It said, Dear XAEA-12, this is your dad, Elon, and I'd like to delve into why I called you that ridiculous name. Oh, you see, I'm a kooky billionaire, and your mom was a singer without a financial care, and calling your kids strange names is what famous people do. Well, Dad, looking back, I think it's sort of mean, but being a Musk is kind of keen. And hell, I changed my name when I was 18 to Sue! How do you do? And I inherited all that money when you died in space. Screw you! My name is Sue!
All right.
Patty Cash.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Patty Cash.
Thank you very much,
Patty
Patty.
Cake?
Very nice. Now, is it time for our Tiger King update?
Yes, it is.
Patty Cash is the joke.
Patty Cash.
You didn't pick up on that?
You thought it was a Patty
chick.
Cakes joke?
Patty Cake, Patty.
No, like Petty
Patty
Cash.
Cash.
Patty G.
Petty. Johnny Cash.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, boy.
Spell it out for him.
Johnny Cash.
Tiger King, a tiger, Tiger King.
Hey-oh.
Tiger King, a tiger, tiger king.
Tiger King, a tiger, tiger king. You got a Tiger King update.
The famed Tiger King Zoo has reopened.
What?
Yes, huge crowds gathered to attend the reopening of Tiger King Park
Huge
in
crowds.
Wynwood, Oklahoma. The zoo, which was formerly known as GW Exotic Animal Park, was originally owned, of course, by Joe Exotic, but is now owned by Joe's former business partner, Jeff Lowe. Anybody who's watched the series, you're familiar with all of this. Once inside the zoo, most people seemed to cast social distancing rules to the wayside.
Terrific.
Face coverings were few and far between, and people crammed together to see the big attractions, which, of course, are lions and tigers.
This whole thing of holding cubs, and it's lost on me. I don't see but some people go bananas for
and
this.
spend a lot of money.
What is it, like $800?
Yes.
Would I like to hold a lion cub?
Thousands.
Absolutely. Would I support one of these places? No.
No, so they're now calling it the Tiger King Zoo, though, according to this.
Well, as they should.
So they
have to,
they I guess got the rights to the name Tiger King.
Tiger King Park, I guess.
Okay.
Well, I
Tiger
think it's vague enough. I mean, Tiger King would. It's you can't copyright a noun and a coronation or what.
So I'm looking at these pictures. It's really crowded. You can go to the gift shop and get COVID-19.
Oh, really? Free of charge
for the trip home.
Money.
Yeah. Now, am I correct in saying weren't the first animals to get COVID-19?
There was a tiger at the Bronx Zoo. Mhm.
Really?
Yeah. So, seriously. So I don't know if. And if am I correct in saying the animals can get it from people, but they can't give it to people?
Right.
I think
that's what they believe right now.
That's the theory.
What, if you like make love to them or something?
Oh, jeez.
No, Josh.
You like that monkey sex was out there? Monkey
Big sign here. It says Carol Baskin gets in free. That's nice.
Oh, that is nice.
Carol Baskin had a husband, whacked him.
Check what animal would you make love to if you could?
What kind of question?
Let me think.
We all think about it. I'm
Like
just
a manatee. I think manatee kind
I
of looks
don't-
sexy to me.
Never
like
thought
a big
about
old
that,
Josh.
big
Yeah,
old
yeah.
lazy manatee.
More cushion for the push.
Should I
Yeah,
dig up
right.
the old story we had that we never got to about the guy having
What about you,
relations
Josh?
with
What
the
about-
dolphin?
No,
what
let's
about
not
you, a
get to
dolphin?
that.
How about you, Josh?
No, Josh, we never got
something
to today.
small, something I
was,
could kill while I was doing it.
We never got to. Yesterday, you talked about the fact that you were asked by one of your lady friends,
Yeah.
to write an erotic story.
It was a former girlfriend. It wasn't in the Old West, hence lady friend. It was a girlfriend.
So one of your girlfriends asked you to write an erotic story. Am I correct?
Yes, she did. Yes.
And you indeed wrote one.
Yeah, and she gave me the bones of the story. She wanted it to take place, start in a restaurant, and then things would get sort of heated under the table and whatnot, and we'd have to leave. And so
Completion
I fleshed
in
out
the
the story,
parking lot, I believe.
gave it to her, and
Do you have a copy of it?
no, I just gave her the only. It was handwritten because you want it to be. It would be too informal to type it up and get it.
Evan has written.
Yes.
Title for Josh's story:
Oh, okay.
All You Can Eat or Dessert to Go.
Oh,
You like that one? All you can eat.
sure. Yeah.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
yeah, time, but just all you can eat dessert to go.
Here's one from Chad. He writes, "Passion at Panda Express."
Oh, Panda Express.
I had written it as more of a
Darker.
different type of restaurant.
Yeah, of course.
I was
A little more upscale.
Sit down.
Okay.
Nice booth in the back.
Although that
Yeah.
orange chicken, my God.
Okay.
Tablecloth.
That is very good. When we come back, we have.
Oh, we're coming back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We are.
We have peacocks in the news.
Now that's
And-
the boy, the species, right?
Yes, and murder hornets. Yet another murder hornet story, and a successful dog story coming up as well. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget, every dime that is spent at Bob and Tom's store for the foreseeable future goes directly to Feeding America. Last Friday's Radio Cares Emergency Radiothon raised just over $500,000. Tom decided to keep that going, and the Bob and Tom store proceeds will go directly to Feeding America again for the foreseeable future. So head on over, buy a hat, buy a shirt, buy anything at bobandtomstore.com and know that every dime is heading over to help Feeding America and those less fortunate left homeless or without a job at this point during this pandemic. So you can help out with Feeding America. Just go to bobandtomstore.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Defense Secretary Mark Esper is taking new steps to highlight and defend a Pentagon approach to fighting the coronavirus pandemic that some Democrats have criticized as slow and disjointed. He will be flying to the headquarters of U.S. Northern Command in Colorado Springs, Colorado, to meet with General Terrence O'Shaughnessy, who is spearheading the military's support for civilian agencies combating the virus. And you may be used to airlines charging for checked bags, extra legroom, etc., but Frontier Airlines is getting some serious blowback for planning to charge passengers extra to sit next to a middle empty seat. The plan was grounded after some congressional Democrats accused the airline of trying to profit off COVID-19 fears. Frontier has backed off and says it won't charge for spacing passengers and will block middle seats from being sold. Was it a flush? We may never know. A sound interrupted part of yesterday's phoned-in oral arguments before the Supreme Court. On the audio, heard live, Justice Elena Kagan asked a question of one of the attorneys. During the answer, there was a noise that sounded very much like a flushing toilet. But we'll probably never know what happened. The court didn't say what the sound was or if it was a toilet or who might have flushed it. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Excuse me, darling. I hate to interrupt you, but there's something I must tell you. I will sing for you now. My dear, if you find yourself in Holland, they'll say to you, how yaman. In France, they'll say, fermez la gueule. In Athens, you'll hear, scamons. In Berlin, it's Helton, Sie the Schnauzer. In Jakarta, it's simply Bonkom. Let me translate for you, darling. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Has there ever been a topic on which you don't expound? Has there ever been a moment when your mouth wasn't making a sound? Have you ever had the feeling that you might have said enough? I am begging you, my darling, shut up, shut up, shut up. Day or night, it does not matter. You still want to shoot the breeze. When I hear your constant chatter, I'm thinking, someone shoot me, please. Maestro, the key change. Now we are in the bedroom. So comfortably reclined. Too bad.
9:03 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Plenty of sunshine. Look for a high near 70. Rain overnight down to 48. On Friday, expect morning rain. Windy, partly cloudy in the afternoon. Cooler temperatures, high 51. Right now, 54 degrees and sunny, sunny, sunny.
Okay, I'm looking at my weather app.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's got a lot of umbrellas on it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I'm looking. Monday, we're expecting mandolin rain.
Oh, really?
How about that? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, when the rain comes.
Listen to the mandolin rain.
Thank you very much.
Who will stop the rain?
Yeah, good.
We get through the next like Thursday on. It's gonna be in the 70s. It'll be great.
Ace, you have a rain joke?
No.
Oh, you look like you were going to say
I need some
something.
windows.
Oh, do you?
See, all business. Ace, all business, Cosby.
Well, here's the point. Right now, the windows will keep the rain out, and Window Nation has the best windows out there. And right now, you get 2 for 1. Josh, tell me about it.
I will. Well, first, you get that free online virtual quote. Nobody has to come to your house. That's valid for 6 months. Deferred payments for 2 years. And, Tommy, get 2 free windows with every 2 you buy. No limit on that.
Free online virtual quote valid for 6 months from Window Nation. Deferred payments for 2 years from Window Nation. Get 2 free windows for every 2 you buy, no limit. So if you buy 8, you get 16 from Window Nation, and 0 down payment and 0 interest for 2 years. Now is the time. Check out windownation.com. I can see the flowers popping up.
Of course.
May flowers.
May flowers. The April showers brought them.
There we go.
Oh, I can hear them.
The showers.
Hold that down out there. Nature, be quiet.
Okay. That room over there is the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom with Christy Lee.
Yes, sir.
The chair over there belongs to Chick McGee. It's the crazycockwine.com sports desk.
That's right.
Ask for Crazy Cock Wine. Ask your liquor store to stock it in the can. Now, that's Josh at the soon-to-be-named sidekick chair. Very excited about that.
How are you?
It's very nice. And then that's Ace Cosby over there at the I Hate Steven Singer Jewelers. IHateStevenSinger.com joke of the day chair. This is Tom speaking, and then we have Mr. Godwin elsewhere in the building. Pat, it's good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
Now, we can get back to the action with Miss Lee. What have we missed in the news?
Murder hornets may be invading the U.S., but at least they taste good.
What?
The giant bugs, which kill 50 people a year, Josh, are a delicacy in Japan's Chubu region, where they are preserved in jars, pan-fried, fried on skewers, or steamed with rice.
Now, this is the big story earlier in the week because these they don't know how these hornets got over here, but they're very,
Pacific
very
Northwest.
bad, and they will kill.
Well, how many do you have to make a decent portion?
They're like popcorn shrimp. You want a pile of them.
The hornets can also give liquor an extra kick, with live hornets sometimes drowned in shoshu, a clear distilled beverage, so that their venom is released into the liquid.
This is just a bunch of macho BS.
No, it's not. You know what drink you order when you want some murder hornet venom, right? Mm-hmm. A stinger.
Yeah. Give me a stinger with a murder hornet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody.
Okay.
I loved it. That was the correct response.
75-year-old Toro Suzuki, who hunts the hornets,
Inventor of the
said of
motorcycle.
eating the bugs, quote, it makes them potent. It makes who potent? The person who ate them?
Yeah, this is one of those. It's like these morons that they kill rhinos to eat the
horn.
thing because they can't get an erection.
In Tokyo, do you think at least 30 restaurants in Tokyo offer giant hornets on their menus?
Of course they do.
Of course, scientists are working to eradicate the species before it can take a foothold in the United States and wipe out bee populations. But Josh was talking about the honeybees and how they protect themselves from these hornets.
Yes.
I saw that
Fascinating,
video
isn't it?
yesterday. My gosh.
They shake up the.
That is teamwork.
Yeah, it
sure
is.
is. Yeah. There is no I in hive.
Wait a minute.
There is an I in hive.
There is, but there's no heavy.
This is some weird macho hipster thing.
I don't think hipster. He's 75. It's probably been around forever.
He can be hip at 75.
You sure can, yeah.
I'll look at Mick Jagger, but that's beside the point.
Look at Larry King.
Yeah,
he's back at his pad playing some sides.
If you mean hip replacement,
Yeah.
Larry King.
Larry King is not hip.
Still crying over red buttons.
But these murder hornets are super bad news. If these things get in here, they're going to ruin everything. So then they don't know how they got here.
Yeah, not like now.
You're not going to believe this when I tell you, but I know someone whose husband,
Oh, God.
yeah, in France, they were on a bike ride, got stung by 2 of them.
By 2 murder hornets.
Yeah.
And?
He did not survive.
Oh, God.
What a great story.
That's better than the story we had before about the guy drinking the shots.
The murder hornets didn't kill him. He hanged himself 2 weeks later.
It's known as a callback.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
My goodness.
Very,
Yeah,
very
this was years ago, too. Nobody was talking about murder hornets back then.
Wow. Coming up, by the way, on a much lighter note, we're going to talk with the famous comedy writer Alan Zweibel. from the early days of Saturday Night Live. We'll talk with Alan shortly. He's got a new book out. Looking forward to talking to Alan. Back to Christy Lee.
Here's
what
a
else is
cute
going on?
story, kind of.
All right.
A golden retriever puppy in Australia has been rushed to the veterinarian because he swallowed a fork.
A fork?
Michael and Elise Pitt preparing dinner when their 5-month-old dog, Dustin, jumped onto the table. Anybody who has a golden knows that's what they do. Puppy pulled the plate down, scarfed down the whole lot, including the fork.
Oh, no.
They rushed Dustin to the Adelaide Animal Emergency and Referral Center.
Adelaide.
Where x-rays revealed the utensil was lodged in the dog's esophagus.
Oh, poor
the
guy.
fork was removed with an endoscope. So he's okay. Dustin's fine now.
Yeah, dinner cost $4,500.
Yeah.
Bad dog. Bad dog.
Anybody been down this road?
Yes.
Yeah, I had to have one of my dogs eviscerated to remove some stuff that he ate. But you got to watch it. Can you ever, Josh, you ever liked anything that much? You'd
eat the fork?
Eat the fork.
No.
Why do you do this to him?
Tom, what's your end game in all this?
Now, you lived in South Korea, right?
Yes, I did, huh? Couple years.
Did you ever go to a restaurant where they served dog?
No, I never saw it. I mean, if it was being served there, I was not aware. But it's rare.
The paw platter.
Oh.
You were set up, Josh.
No, I was just asking.
The top spaniel.
Oh boy!
And I never would eat dog because I was told that if you eat dog for like a year or two afterwards, any other dog knows that you ate dog. They can sense it.
Oh, that's sad.
What?
If that's true, how horrifying!
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
How would you know that to be a fact?
I have no idea. I don't know that it's a fact. I was just told that.
Oh my
So-
goodness!
It sounds like a kind of cool myth.
Yeah.
To keep people from eating dog.
Yeah, I think dog started it.
Heck yeah.
We know. Oh.
Okay, cool.
Dogs will eat anything. We all know that.
So the dog is a good boy.
Yes, he's doing fine.
Although naming your dog Dustin
You don't like the name Dustin?
for a dog? No.
Why not? We name
Maybe Dusty.
How about Daryl? How about that? That's a name for a dog.
That's a funny name for a
Daryl.
dog.
I like that name.
Okay.
It's my dog Daryl, my other dog Daryl. No, that's not right.
I'm sure someone has to have two dogs named Daryl. That would be good.
From NBC 16, a peacock in Oregon has been helping a duck watch over her eggs at a closed-down bar.
I love this joke.
The owner of Rain Bar and Grill in Eugene said she found the duck laying eggs in a planter a few weeks ago. The peacock arrived sometime later, and according to head bartender Ryan Landerholm, the two birds have become fast friends. Landerholm said the peacock shows up throughout the day to check on the mother duck and hisses at people if they get too close to her. By the way, the bar, of course, closed due to coronavirus, but
I assume this is what was the source of this story?
NBC 16.
Yeah, I was, I think.
Oh, the peacock. Sure, yeah.
Viral.
Yes, that's branding for you.
In front of the giant NBC logo. I love these animal duos where they hook up.
Yeah, they're always
Take
cute.
care of each
The
other.
alligator snuggling with the golden retriever. to
Right.
raise the
Well, that didn't
puppies.
last too long, but
Yeah. The alligator swallowed the fork after eating the golden.
Did you see the follow-up on that lady who got killed by the alligator in Charleston area?
it's disturbing.
She wanted to pet the alligator.
Yeah, I
She-
deliberately didn't
Yeah, there's something else.
supply
yeah.
you with that story.
She
Something
got
else
away
that-
from it once.
So disturbing.
But there's
Come
something else at
on.
play there. She wasn't right. Yeah.
No, you just don't do that. Come on, animal lovers. We all know we don't pet alligators in the wild.
So this story has.
You couldn't even get a good pet going with their skin. It would be like, it'd be like trying to pet a road.
This story's a little happier. You've got ducklings.
Yeah.
You got peacocks.
Yeah.
And ducklings. It's sweet. It's happy.
It is.
Okay, good. What's
Haywood
the-
has a picture. Apparently, all his duck eggs have hatched. He's got a whole herd of baby ducks. Have you
I
seen
saw
that?
that. Yes, Haywood Banks has.
Wow.
What is
Of course, I heard of baby ducks.
it, 40 baby ducks.
He has a lot of them.
Speaking of birds, we have there's a giant eagle's nest about a mile from here. We have some. I know Chick doesn't like it.
I
because
love it.
There's beautiful eagles and they're eaglets. And one of my neighbors took some pictures of them. We posted it on the various Bob and Tom social media platforms. While you're there, don't forget to win. Check out your shot at winning a pair of Raycon earbuds. They're the best, and you can win them. How do you do that, Josh?
Well, you go to the app, the Bob and Tom app. Why don't you have the app yet? What are you doing with your lives? Get that app, get the code, and then go to bobandtom.com and enter the code, and you can win those Raycons.
And by the way, you can watch what's going on in these rooms right now if you go to YouTube. Thank you very much. Now, coming up next week, that chair that Josh is sitting in.
Oh, what about it?
It'll officially be the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair.
Exciting stuff from Orange Insoles.
I love my Orange Insoles.
Everything's out of control, but one thing you can grab hold of is your health and your fitness, and you can be a healthier you. Get moving. It's easy, especially with Orange Insoles. Put one foot in front of the other. If you're experiencing sore feet due to plantar fasciitis, back or knee pain, due to poor weight distribution or hip pain due to improper alignment in your gait, a supportive insole from Orange Insoles may indeed help you. Go to orangeinsoles.com. You'll find it's easy to navigate, and they'll help you choose the correct insole based on your intended activity. Oh, yes, they have several different levels of Orange Insoles, work boots, casual shoes, tennis shoes, on and on. And they proudly offer the 60-day We Want You Happy guarantee. If you ain't happy, send them back. All right with us. Orange Insoles. They're going to be with you every step of the way. That's orangeinsoles.com.
That's right. Check out the orangeinsoles.com sidekick desk with Josh Arnold starting next week. Isn't that great?
That is great.
How about that?
Yeah, you spent a lot of time with your feet lately. Get some great orange insoles. You'll feel a lot better.
Paint your chair orange.
Okay. Paint my chair orange there, Tommy?
Yeah.
It's going to be a tall order.
What if next week I dye my hair orange?
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
I'm in.
Sure.
That'll change
Don't
things.
mess around. Orange.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. I want to remind everybody we're coming back with the great comedy writer Alan Zweibel, so don't go anywhere. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Thursday. I'm Mark Allison. Don't forget, coming up after the Bob and Tom Show, it's the laughter after. We call it Bob and Tom's Work Farce. Ace Cosby, your host. All the fun without really that much effort. You just keep on listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, and you keep your smile going all day. Keep your family guessing what you're up to as you roll through this Thursday with us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The coronavirus pandemic has caused lots of us to do things past generations used to do regularly, like spend time with the family more, eat at home. And the folks who set up the Tribeca Film Festival are looking to add another old-school activity, going to the drive-in theater. Tribeca Enterprises is hooking up with IMAX and AT&T to have movies shown at existing drive-in theaters or at what it calls other exclusive venues. The first of that event is set for June 25th. Tribeca says it won't be just movies. It says that summer programming will include music and sporting events. Lady Gaga's Chromatica album will now come out on May 29th. It had been delayed from its original release date of April 10th because of the coronavirus outbreak. The album will include collaborations with Elton John, Ariana Grande, and the K-pop group Blackpink. Fans will not only be able to get it in the usual formats, but also in vinyl. And guitarist Steve Hackett writing a book explaining just why he left Genesis and his hesitation to join the band to begin with. Hackett's autobiography, A Genesis in My Bed, comes out in July. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Have you noticed you can't get hand soap?
Yeah, it's hard.
Right.
It's really hard to get it. The only thing they have available is like really high-end hand soap.
Yes.
And it's, for lack of a better word, the flavors that didn't work out.
Yeah,
You know, it's like,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's like, oh, lavender and mackerel.
Bob and Tom mornings and highlights replayed all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Tom Show.
Coming up tomorrow, Q95 Free Gas Friday, brought to you by Chapman Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. Details at Q95.com. Right now, it's time to sing a little song about our town. Genius.
Haywood Banks, ladies and gentlemen.
Of Haywood Banks. I just said that. Thank you very much, Haywood. Now, we are going to be talking with famed comedy writer Alan Zweibel in a matter of moments.
Back in the day.
From the
SNL.
Early days of Saturday Night Live and co-creator of It's Gary Shandling Show and more. I will also remind you to keep listening because we have your shot at some serious cash coming up. Be a winner like Scott Barrick or Doug Redman. And I believe Miss Crystal will have that happening during the 10 o'clock hour, the first hour of the Bob and Tom after party. So be sure to hang out for that. Also, all of the revenue from the Bob and Tom store now going to the Feeding America emergency fund right now. So another reason to grab something if you like at the store. It'd be very nice. And we'll have more details on that and winning those earbuds all coming up. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are worldwide on American Forces Radio, coast to coast on great radio stations all over the place. And today, in honor of the quarantine, we are streaming on YouTube. So happy to be here with Chick McGee, Josh Arnold, Christy Lee's over there behind the glass. Pat Godwin is over there. And we're joined by a great comedy writer. He is Alan Zweibel. And Alan, I've got to ask you, how do you pronounce your last name?
You know something? I pronounce it Zweibel, but my dad says Zweibel.
Oh.
So if you said that, I would turn around, but I would turn around and probably correct you.
Yeah, because I've always wondered, and it's just one of those things that. Now, did you ever do? I know that you wrote for a lot of stand-ups. Did you ever do stand-up yourself?
What happened was when I started out, I was writing for comedians who worked in the Catskill Mountains. I was 21, 22 years old, and I became a joke writer for them. But they were so much older than I was, and that's not the stuff I wanted to talk about. So I took all the jokes they wouldn't buy from me, and I went on stage in New York. There were two clubs at the time in the early 70s. One was Catch a Rising Star.
Sure.
One was called The Improvisation. So I went on stage and delivered the jokes that those old guys wouldn't buy from me just as a way of advertising my material. With hopes that a manager or an agent would like it and want to represent me to help me get a TV writing job. And but that lasted 4 months. And then Lorne Michaels liked my material, and he gave me a job. It was one of the original writers on SNL. But those 4 months were the longest 4 months of my life. I was terrible. Awful.
You've got your new book out, and it's called Laugh Lines, My Life Helping Funny People Be Funnier. Alan Zweibel or Zweibel, you pick one. We'll go with whichever one you like. So you were there in the early days of SNL, and I remember we were talking to Blue Lou, the saxophone player, and he said that at the time on Saturday night, that was the hippest place in the world to be standing on that stage. Did you feel all that pressure because it took off so quickly?
Well, you know, it was the hippest place in the world to be. And Lou is absolutely right. We didn't even realize it so much. We were all early 20s, mid-20s, never worked in TV before. Lorne put together this group of writers and actors, and he said, let's just make each other laugh. And if we do that, we'll put it on television, and hopefully it will catch on. And so we did that, and we had nothing to compare it to. And it was really cool to do. We were having a great, great time. But, you know, all of a sudden I went from slicing lox in a delicatessen in Queens, New York, to an Emmy Award in 9 months. So our heads were spinning a little bit. But all of a sudden I'm doing college lectures and you know, and Gilda became famous and Belushi became famous and Chevy. So, yeah. But it was meteoric in a way. It just started out, okay, let's see what we can do here. And the next thing you know, everyone was famous.
Yeah, I remember hearing you say that there was a certain person on the staff of the show hiding behind a fern, and it happened to be the great...
That person was me.
Yeah, I guess you and Gilda were kind of, you sort of teamed up right in the beginning. Is that the case?
Yeah, I walked into, it was the very first day that the show got together. It was July 7th, 1975. And I went upstairs, and with this big meeting was to take place, and I looked around, before the meeting started. And don't forget, like I just said, I was a joke writer for stand-up comedians, and I saw Belushi and Aykroyd and Lorraine Newman, doing improv and creating scenes right in front of us. And it was a kind of comedy I had not seen before. I wasn't familiar with Second City at the time or the Groundlings in L.A. And I got a little spooked by it, and I didn't want to be revealed as the fraud that I felt like. So there was a plant in the corner of the office. I went behind it. I sort of crouched down, and Gilda came over, and we got to talking through the leaves. And then she asked if I could scooch over because she was just as nervous as I was. So that's where I met her, behind that plant.
And is you're partially responsible or fully responsible for Rosanna Dana, among other great Gilda characters I know?
I would say that I was, let's say, 11/16 responsible.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I don't want to split hairs here, but no, one of the writers, Rosie Schuster, had written a sketch a few weeks earlier called Hire the Incompetent. And there was a public service announcement, and there were vignettes portrayed by 3 different people about how they lost their jobs by being so incompetent. And Gilda's vignette had her wearing that wig and that dialect. And we had dinner one night, Gilda and I was running Weekend Update, and I said, why don't we take that character, move her into Weekend Update, and have her do Consumer Reports? And we started, and it caught on, and it built on itself. We came up with a formula that included having a letter written to her every week by a man named Richard Sater from Fort Lee, New Jersey.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, in real life, he's my brother-in-law. Okay, Gilda knew him, was enchanted with his name, either his name or the fact that he was from Fort Lee. I never asked her, but we did that, and we created basically. I would write a letter every week, in his voice. And as weeks went on, we decided, okay, we're going to make him a real idiot, and ask these stupid questions that Gilda could take off on and start doing her rant.
The book is called Laugh Lines. It's Alan Zweibel, and Alan, one of the original writers on the original Saturday Night Live. Did you do any work with Belushi?
Oh, yeah. I wrote the samurai for him. The samurai character is one that John brought to the show. If I'm not mistaken, part of his audition was with that character. And the first Samurai was written by a writer named Thomas Schiller. He wrote Samurai Hotel, which had Richard Pryor in it, and it was a hit. And a few shows later, Lawrence said to me, you worked in a delicatessen before you got here, right? I said, yeah. He said, you want to write Samurai Deli? And I went, you bet. Then he walked away, and I went, well, now what the hell am I going to do? I have no idea what that means. And I put this together, Samurai Deli, and then I wrote these next 8 or 9, however many we had afterwards.
Well, once again, we're speaking with Alan Zweibel from the new book, Laugh Lines, and talking about the early days of Saturday Night Live. Did you by chance see the off-Broadway show Lemmings?
No, that was what Chevy was in before we started our show. I learned about it afterwards, but no, I did not see it. I understand it was a huge underground hit.
Yeah, I actually saw it. It was before anybody knew who Chevy Chase and John Belushi were, and a couple of others that would go on to great fame in the world of comedy. A terrific show. Now, post Saturday Night Live, what happened?
Well, I co-created a show called It's Gary Shandling Show, which lasted for 4 years. And that was a great thrill because it was the beginning of cable comedy. There was no original cable programming for comedy. You got to understand, the world was very different back then. When I was doing SNL, there was no cable. Okay, certainly no streaming. There wasn't even a Fox network. It was ABC, CBS, NBC. That was television. A few years later, when Shandling and I created this Gary Shandling Show, it was the beginning of cable original programming. Prior to that, it was movies, and things like that, reruns of other successful shows. But Gary and I created that show, and then when I left that show, I did a number of movies. One of the highlights was my friend Billy Crystal asked me to collaborate with him on a Broadway play that won a Tony called 700 Sundays. As a matter of fact, Billy and I just completed shooting a movie a few months ago called Here Today that Billy, he and I wrote it. Billy directed it, and he stars with Tiffany Haddish. And the movie's done, and hopefully will come out the latter part of this year, whenever movie theaters and things start opening again, hopefully,
Yeah, we can't wait, I'll tell you what. Thanks again. It's Alan Zweibel. The book is called Laugh Lines, about lots of stuff that he did in his life, including those seminal years of Saturday Night Live, truly revolutionizing comedy. I know that you did write eventually for Mad Magazine, and I've always made the statement that without Mad Magazine, there wouldn't have been a Saturday Night Live.
Well, I think you're right, because they really they stirred the pot when it came to parody, and I also was a producer on Curb Your Enthusiasm, and anybody connected with the show, Larry's one of my best friends, Larry David. But we all, when we talk about our past and how we started and what got us interested in comedy, everyone will tell you Mad Magazine when we were growing up.
Yeah, that was the thing. Well, thanks, Alan, and congratulations on the new movie and the new book. Once again, the book is Laugh Lines, My Life Helping Funny People Be Funnier. Alan Zweibel. Thanks, Alan.
Thanks a million for having me.
Oh, of course.
Sure.
We're going to hear, I believe, Pat and I were talking off the air a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
And Pat's a single man, currently a school teacher for his son. Trapped in a house during the quarantine, but not dating at all.
No, not during these times. The only people that I see, actually, the only place I go is the local Kroger, the grocery store. And I was telling you that there's this adorable, I think she's adorable. I have a crush on this clerk.
Oh.
And if you would indulge me, I've kind of written a short little song for her.
Oh, nice. Oh, how nice.
And I wore the T-shirt one day, a Bob and Tom T-shirt. She goes, "Oh, I love that show." And I said, "I'm on it. I'm going to sing for you." And she goes, "What?" And then so here's my opportunity to do that.
Oh, good. Oh, well, maybe this will help.
Start of something.
I'm nervous. Your hair is blonde and your eyes are blue. I'm guessing the rest of you is pretty too. You wear that mask with such style and grace. I can't wait to see your face. Can't wait to see your face. There's a slight chance that I'm way off base. You could have a liver-spotted gin blossom, hairy mole, pimple-covered pizza face. Or a smile with lots of empty space. A mug only Picasso would trace. It could win a steeplechase. But I can't wait to see your face.
Oh, wonderful.
lovely.
So
I hope
true.
she heard it.
I hope
so
she did
true.
too. Maybe.
It's like that Twilight Zone episode I mentioned yesterday.
Yeah.
Where Ellie Mae Clampett turns out to be the ugly one. Oh, that's scary
Did
stuff.
you see, Pat, the big news out of Tinder?
No.
Yeah, they're going to add video chatting next month to their app so that you can actually start virtually dating.
You can't put fake photos up anymore?
While you're on coronavirus lockdown. Well, I guess you
not
could.
good. That's horrible news.
But if you go to the next step and, you want to talk to someone, you'll be able to see them, I guess.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, are they going to police that, or will it be?
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, I'm sure they.
I would think.
What do you mean?
I mean, are you swiping and all of a sudden there's, genitalia or whatever?
Well, I
would think it's,
I think it's after you've made the initial
Okay,
hookup.
okay.
You don't
Right, you're not just
actually, yeah.
Well, you can just ruin anything, can't you?
It's not.
You like
So
what you
why's
see?
your nickname Squirter?
Well,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Will you
that's-
clean up the lens?
No, it's a
Where do you want
virtual.
squirters, Josh? Where?
Could we move on? I'm sorry. Let's go from the let's leave the crazycockwine.com sports desk and return to the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
Police in Washington State are saying that an errant cow has tried to attack cars there. According to Kennewick Police Department, officers responded to the call of the loose cow. The bovine was running through traffic and was trying to ram cars, according to police. With the help of some citizens, the cow was corralled into a backyard where it was then secured until the owner was able to pick it up.
We're getting this a lot lately. Is this
Well,
some kind
even
of
the cows are bored.
kind of a Chick-fil-A thing? a little promotion.
Maybe.
Now, the cow's okay, though? This
Yeah,
morning?
cow's fine.
Man,
Back with
that's-
its owner.
That is funny when the cows are right in chicken, man. That's
Yeah,
funny
heck
stuff.
yeah.
Okay. Now, coming up, we have our little history lesson. But also, I saw this. I don't know if you've... today's show's had kind of a...
Mess?
Kind of a black...
Kind of a dark theme.
Yeah, dark theme.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of death here and there. And,
Yeah.
Scientists have discovered the first credible evidence, you'll like this, Josh, of a human being being killed by a falling meteorite.
Jesus.
Really?
Yeah.
That's bad luck.
The guy probably would be dead anyway now because they think this happened in August of 1888.
Yeah, he probably would be.
This happened in the Kurdistan region of what is now known as Iraq. According to researchers, the find is the first known proof of someone dying by a meteorite strike.
Wow.
The reports detail a large fireball that had been seen in the sky, after which meteorites fell like rain in a small village, killing one man.
Honey, if I'm not telling you the truth, may a meteorite fall out of the sky.
This appears in a publication known as, Meteoritics and Planetary Science.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Did you get this month? But this is I guess this is the first time
It's
they've
gone
actually
by a
verified
weekend,
this.
Josh.
Oh, it has.
Talk about bad luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
Hit by a meteor. Yikes. So, anyways, I thought that would kind of cheer everybody up.
Well, when your time is up, your
You know,
time
you're
is
going,
up.
I'll tell you what, you're walking around during coronavirus going, boy, couldn't get worse than this.
Ugh.
And a tornado hits, or in this case, a meteor.
Or
Okay,
murder
okay.
hornets, yeah.
Just checking. Now, speaking of things getting bad, Better Business Bureau warning everybody that maybe posting those school pictures isn't such a great idea. All that stuff you share on the internet, it can just make it a lot easier for someone to steal your identity. Happens all the time, especially now, identity theft way up. Because guess who else is quarantining? The cyber criminals. So you've got to protect your identity. That's where LifeLock comes in, the leader on identity theft protection. By the way, if you do become a victim of identity theft, LifeLock can help you restore your identity because they have a staff here in America that will get right on the case and make sure that no one's pretending to be you to get credit or cash. You want to make sure that maybe that government check's on the way, make sure that you get to cash it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can watch out for stuff you don't even know is coming. Join now and save 25% on your first year by using the promo code TOM25. LifeLock is very inexpensive for starters, and you'll sleep better knowing that someone's watching all that stuff that's floating around out there. You've been pumping into your phone all these years, all those credit card numbers, et cetera, et cetera. LifeLock. Call 1-800-LifeLock or just use LifeLock.com. Once again, the promo code is TOM25. 25% off that first year with TOM25, and it's very inexpensive for starters. That's LifeLock.com. When we come back, we'll have our history lesson.
All right.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter at Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a hop pocket. So you know where I'm going.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It is the 7th of May. It's a Thursday. Yes, we are here live. And remember, for everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, and information. Plus, you can link to all of our social media sites, find out exactly what's happening each and every day at bobandtom.com. Don't forget, you can always email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. Easy to remember. A request of a comedian, a bit, song, something you'd like to hear. We'll see if we can't get it on for you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee from the crazycockwine.com sports desk, and this is your Bob and Tom sports update. The NFL has set protocols for reopening team facilities and has told the 32 teams to have them in place by next Friday. Commissioner Goodell mapped out several phases of protocols in a memo obtained by the Associated Press. The first phase, to deal with the virus, would involve a limited number of non-player personnel. That number initially would be 50% of the non-player employees and up to a total of 75 on any single day being approved to be at the facility. The NBA says some players can voluntarily return to their team practice facilities starting tomorrow amid some very specific conditions. Players can congregate only in places where local and state governments have signed off on such openings. And fans will be allowed to enter baseball stadiums tomorrow for games in Taiwan for the first time this season. It is part of a gradual easing of restrictions amid the pandemic. It's the Chinese Professional Baseball League. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I own a 3-foot ruler.
Oh.
Wow.
Got it at a yard sale.
Makes sense.
That's almost not worth the energy to laugh at.
Bob and Tom mornings and highlights replayed all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bob. And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Muskrat Susie, Muskrat Sam decided to eat out in Muskrat Land, I declare. They were a perfect pair. Nibbling on poison, covered with honey. Sam said to Susie, honey, this tastes funny. As he spoke, she started to choke.
Lovely.
And they wormed and they squirmed and they retched, desperately gasping for breath.
I know the words.
Some men came and took them away.
Scary.
Looks like muskrat gloves.
Oh.
Chick, I was waiting.
It's a muskrat. Thank you.
Muskrat Susie, Muskrat Sam. Now they get together when I fold my hands. Love lingers right on my fingers. Everybody now.
Okay.
And they wormed and they squirmed and they retched, desperately gasping for breath. Some men came and took them away. Looks like muskrat gloves.
I really enjoyed Christie's muskrat.
That was very nice. The choking muskrat.
Gasping for breath.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Greg Hahn is here with us. He's a high-energy kind of guy, aren't you, Greg?
Oh, yeah, I like to have a little energy. A little energy in the show. I got a big show, everybody. I get shot out of a cannon. We bring out the elephants. I break a board over my head. It's motivating. It's a good time. I'm all excited. I'm getting married in May.
You are?
Yeah. All I got to do now is find a chick. Yeah. Hey, there he is. There he is. I was engaged once. You know, if you give a girl a ring and ask her to marry you, she thinks you're really going to do it. You should do it. You should do it. Dating is crazy. Crazy. I was out with this girl. She's like, you know what she said?
What?
She said, you've never been married your whole life. What are you afraid of?
Yep, 9:44 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Coming up, you're shot at $1,000, so pay close attention, please. Also, Christy Lee has the forecast.
Sure do. Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Sunshine today, high near 70. Rain tonight down to 48. Morning showers give way to partly cloudy skies in the afternoon tomorrow, high 51. 55 currently.
Coming up, a special request.
Oh.
In honor of the photographs of the Eagles, not the band, but there's some Eagles right here near the radio station. There's an Eagle's nest about probably less than a mile from here.
Little Eagle family.
And we've got some photographs of those in the various Bob and Tom social media pages. Thank you, Sheila. They're very, very beautiful eagles.
Oh,
and
Sheila.
a couple of eaglets. Is that eaglets?
Eaglets.
You can, does an eaglet sound like a gum?
Yeah.
Chiclets, egglets.
Eaglets.
Yeah.
See the pictures. They're on the various Bob and Tom social media platforms, and they're really cool. And we got a special tribute coming up to those. Again, we'd like to help you pay your bills, so be listening for that special announcement about winning some cash from Q95. It's coming up. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Special request coming up momentarily. In this room, just four of us. There's Ace. Chick McGee's at the crazycockswine.com sports desk. It's crazycockwine.com. Check it out. Let's see now. There's Josh Arnold over there. This is Tom speaking. Through the glass, it's Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. Pat Godwin's down the hallway and around the corner.
Yes.
But he's right there right now. And we've been getting a lot of great emails and lots of requests. This one comes from my 7-year-old daughter.
Oh.
Yeah. So, okay, she'll go to the front of the line. Why not? Her name is Finn. And Finn, this is her favorite song from this show. And it's in response to the fact that not too far from this radio station, there's an eagle's nest with some beautiful eagles and their little baby eagles in it.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my neighbors took some pictures of it, and we stuck them on the various Bob and Tom social media platforms. See what those eagles are doing. But this is a song about eagles from Tim Cavanaugh.
Time helps some species come back and grow stronger. I'm glad one creature's endangered no longer. I wanna fry up an eagle just to see. Fry up an eagle. Use the Colonel's recipe. It's still illegal. It shouldn't be. I need to know what one tastes like. I wanna fry up an eagle. My curiosity first killed the cat who wasn't that tasty. Frankly, I wanna fry up an eagle. They're dolphin free. Glenn Fry and the eagle said it subliminally. Did it. They're bald. Did it. And yummy. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, that is just a piece of work.
Tim Cavanaugh, the classic Fry Up an Eagle, in honor of the beautiful eagle photographs on the various Bob and Tom social media platforms. Now, it's time now to learn a little bit about history today.
Oh, wrong one. Hang on.
You're slipping, man.
Sorry, I apologize. Sorry, Chick. I admire to be a professional like you are someday. Thank you, Leonard. I appreciate it. Here's Tom.
Got some music news for starters. On this date in 1824, Beethoven's Ninth Symphony premiered in Vienna.
That was an important one.
Oh, it's important to note that he has as many great works as the Fast and Furious guys.
Yes.
Yeah, in the same category. On a much more interesting note, and I bet this guy knows the story, Pat Godwin. You know the story of this one. 1965, Keith Richards writes the famous opening riff for I Can't Get No Satisfaction. You know the story?
It was his sleep, right?
He was I think he was on an airplane, and he was half asleep, and he had a tape recorder going, and woke up later on, played it back, and he had dun, dun, da, 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 da. He sort of did it and didn't even remember doing it.
People run tape recorders when they're sleeping?
Well, I think the word passing out may be more appropriate. But one of the most memorable riffs in rock.
Mm-hmm.
Also on this date, 1994, Edvard Munch, The Scream, recovered after being stolen. Of course, famous for being parodied by Home Alone. How about this one? Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky composed Swan Lake.
Peter.
Oh, nice.
Peter.
They spell it Pyotr.
Yeah, Peter. It's spelled with
Piotr.
Y's. Yeah, pukey.
Okay.
Pukey Pyotr.
The T is silent. Which
what night did he bowl?
Very fun. By the way, Josh, we just played our Eagle tribute.
Yeah.
And we're doing kind of a bird thing today. You mentioned that you bought a bird feeder.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you have affixed it to your window.
That's right.
And no birds yet.
No birds yet. They said it would take a while. But...
Well, I got a note here.
Okay.
Finally.
Regarding the bird feeder, Josh, make sure you attach it to the outside of the window.
I'm sorry.
Think about that.
What now? It has to go outside?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, how are you going to put... Wait a minute. I'll answer for Josh. How are you going to put seed in it if it's outside?
Yeah. It's going to get... The elements are going to get to it.
Okay. Now, on this date, this guy was born on this date way back when. He originated this line. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. You know who that was?
What year was it?
Born in 1901.
Clint Eastwood.
Bogart?
No. In the movie, I'll give you a hint. The movie was The Virginian.
Lee Van Cleef.
John Wayne.
Gary Cooper.
Oh.
Most famous.
You didn't say it right. This town ain't big enough for something.
There you go. That's true.
Steve Carell? That was the 40-year-old Virginian.
People say I got a bad brain.
Most famous for being name-checked in the movie Young Frankenstein. Remember? Super, like Gary Cooper.
Oh, sure, yeah.
What?
Putting on the Ritz, yeah.
Yeah, putting on the Ritz. 1909, Edwin Land, inventor of real estate. Okay.
Is that right?
The Polaroid camera.
Okay, time now to review what we learned on today's show.
Time now for Things We Learned, brought to you by Grainger. Products keep your facility running for 90 years. What Grainger does best. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger.com. Grainger, for the ones that get it done.
Featured a special piece from the past today from Kevin Meaney. There was an adventure that we had on this show about this time a few years back, just as the show was kind of winding up. And what a great moment. Thank you. That was a terrific request coming our way via bobandtom at bobandtom.com. Tomorrow, I'm sure we'll get more of those on, so please, by all means, contact us. Tell us what's on your mind. We'd love to hear from you. Elon Musk, we learned today, named his baby XAEA
12.
A12.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous.
Wow, which is a ridiculous name for a baby, but I'm kind of upset because that happens to be the password to this computer. So I'm going to have to change it today. We took a pot quiz from my son Willie. Not a pop quiz, but a pot quiz.
All right.
Pot, yes.
We learned, and we played the game. What was it again? Chimichanga?
Cheech Chong or Chimichanga.
Okay, Cheech Chong or Chimichanga. That was very helpful. I was...
Coming up tomorrow, Cheech or Chong or Chinese food.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Okay, and then there's a salad bar famous at a restaurant at a grocery store in St. Louis. What's it called? Deerdorf's?
Deerberg's. Yeah.
And
they've replaced the salad bar with
a bar full of booze.
Right, little 99-cent bottles of alcohol.
How about that?
Now you've been to this grocery store?
I have, and their salad bar is amazing.
Did you ever actually go up to it?
Yeah, and you can get lunch to go, of course, and yes.
Did you ever do that, or just watch others?
I did it. It was all bacon bits, but yes.
Boy, you just never stop, do you?
Don't do 56 shots of alcohol. One guy did. It killed him. But he did win the prize, I guess. I don't know. There was literally a sign at the bar saying what the record was for the most shots done on one night. So kind of a win-lose at the same time. There was a toilet flush heard during Supreme Court arguments over the phone yesterday. And we all tried on do-rags.
Yeah, we did.
Interesting look.
Yeah.
Perhaps culturally inappropriate. I'm not sure if I'm going to try it out there, but I may just lower it and use it as my face mask. And by the way, you can eat murder hornets. I don't know where you get the recipe, but give it a shot.
No.
Please email us, bobandtom at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.